Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me and also if the volume is good. Is it echoing or is that just on my end? I have my computer turned all the way down so I can't hear. Okay, perfect. Hello, everybody. Happy N7 day. Is everybody excited to get the tiniest of crumbs? I really have no idea what to expect today. I know that they have posted on Twitter and Gamble has said that today's supposed to be like a quieter N7 day. But as far as like, they have to show something, right? Like if they weren't, Gamble would have said expect nothing, right? Yeah, I'm fully expecting some concept art. That's like all that I'm expecting is just a blog post and some concept art and maybe Gamble being cryptic over on Twitter. Okay, you guys can hear the music, right? I have not streamed in a while, so... Okay, I'm just clicking through everything because in the past, the blog posts have released at like 9 a.m. So that's in about 6 minutes. Sometimes it's a few minutes after 9. So that's when I am expecting the blog post. Hopefully that is... Oh, music is... Okay. Music is good. Okay. I did see the No Man's Sky collab. That is a returning one, right? Like, that's not a new one. They've done that one before, yeah? I don't play No Man's Sky, so I'm not super sure. No, nothing's been posted yet. I'm still looking over at Gamble's Twitter and stuff. Oh, the No Man's Sky collab was unavailable since 2021. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's cool that they brought it back. Interesting timing. Yeah, nothing has been posted so far. I don't know if you guys... Or let me switch over so you guys can see my browser. Okay. Okay, we will refresh Gamble's Twitter. I've got the BioWare Twitter, the Mass Effect Twitter, the BioWare blog, the BioWare Gear Store, and the Mass Effect YouTube. I don't expect much, but yeah. Okay, let me look more at chat. Thank you all for being here. I know I haven't streamed in a while. I've been dealing with some health issues, so I have not been feeling super well. I'm hoping that whatever drops, and then Atharia and I are going to hop on stream together and just kind of talk about whatever is revealed. If there's something to talk about, I'm assuming there is. But this will probably be like a shorter stream, maybe like an hour or so. Not super long. But yeah, I do expect we get something. Mr. Fight Monster, thank you. Also, if you guys haven't checked out Mr. Fight Monster, he's got some really good YouTube videos over on his channel of Mass Effect and some Starfield stuff. So definitely go check him out. All right, let's see. Has Gamble tweeted anything? No. Angela, is anything happening for N7 Day? We hope so. Unless we're all just gathered here like a bunch of clowns waiting on something that's not coming. Yeah, the modding community, I think, has already posted stuff. I think I've already seen some stuff from the modding community, which shout out to the modding community because I have so much respect for that modding community, the stuff that they have created, and also how long that they have been creating content. I mean, Mass Effect 3 came out, what, 12 years ago? Absolutely crazy that the modding community is still going so strong. N7 Day is your birthday. Happy birthday, Clayton. Yeah, I'm expecting new mods today. I haven't used mods in a long time. I also haven't played Mass Effect in a bit, to be honest. I should probably replay it soon. But I feel like, so we have gotten some news over the last probably like week. First, Gamble said that, so like if you haven't seen my other videos, just to catch you up, Gamble has tweeted a little bit about Mass Effect 5. And basically we know that all of BioWare has shifted over to working on Mass Effect 5. And that Gamble said that the next game will stick to its like photorealism, like aesthetics, so the style, and will have a more mature tone. So that's kind of that's honestly the gist of like everything that we know about Mass Effect 5 that was revealed this year. They've been very tight-lipped. And honestly, not being able to see Mike Gamble's likes on Twitter sucks. I used to love looking through the stuff that he would like. So I'm bummed that I can't do that anymore. Oh, Ari, thank you. Thank you for the $2. So we know that Mass Effect 5 has now moved into production, and I think it'll take at least 4 years. That is my guess. So I'm expecting Mass Effect 5 in 2028. Which sucks. Also, Drew, I love watching Paragon 7's videos. We don't have a lot of the same theories, and that's okay, because we're at that really fun part of speculation where there is no wrong answer right now. There's no wrong answer. People can speculate as much as they want, get as weird as they want, get as out there as they want, and nobody's wrong. I think that's the really fun part about being able to speculate about the game right now. Nothing on the blog. Last year it was posted at like 9:05 or something. Time to keep refreshing. Please give us something. I did see the BioWare, or not the BioWare gear store, but the Volante design of the new jacket. I think this is the exact same situation that happened last time, where a copy editor wrote something not realizing the implications, and Gamble is probably going to have to be like, hey, we didn't write this just like last time. That's exactly what I expect. Like, I guess I don't look at the merch stuff as anything significant, is what I'm saying. Because a copy editor writes those, not people who work at BioWare. And the BioWare gear store is handled by a third party. And I don't think any voice actors are doing anything right now because of the strike. EA is still one of the striked companies. So unfortunately, because they haven't signed a deal for AI protections, the actors cannot participate, which really fucking sucks. Yeah, the voice actors have been on strike. Oh my gosh. For wow, it's been a while. How long now? It's been at least like 3 or 4 months, probably maybe longer. Yeah, the actors are on strike because companies will not sign protections to protect the actors and voice actors from AI, like scraping their voices and their performances and recreating it so that they don't have to pay the actors. So right now, SAG-AFTRA is on strike and actors have been fighting back for that, which fucking sucks. Like, EA is so upsetting sometimes. Like, just do the right thing, protect your actors, but no. Okay, it's 9:03, Gamble. Stop. Yeah, this is Garrus's fault. He's still calibrating. Also, if you guys haven't played the Mass Effect board game, it's really fun. I don't play a ton of board games, but it's pretty fun. All right, where the fuck is this now? Now I'm getting antsy. It's 9:04. If this is all that Gamble did for N7 Day, and he just says Happy N7 Day, I'm gonna jump off a ledge. Okay, just refreshing. Come on. Do something. Where's that meme? Oh, Hermes, thank you. That is extremely kind of you. And Michael, no. I think Andrew Wilson is, he's terrifying to look at, and dude is an idiot when it comes to AI. Yeah, I feel like there has to be at least a blog post, right? Like, at the bare minimum. Time to just keep refreshing. In the last 2 years, they have released the blog post at 9 a.m. PT. So come on. I don't think this is part of the strike. This doesn't have anything to do with the voice actors. Yeah, yeah, they said it was going to be quiet. I wasn't expecting silent. Also, like, if they weren't actually going to do something for N7 Day, I wish they would just say so. Also, and I hope they don't do something later because I don't want to have to stream super long. Come on. God, I love N7 Day, but I hate waiting because they don't do it at the exact same time every year. So like last year, I believe the blog post was at let's see. I believe it was at like 9:05 or something. But hold on. I'm trying to find, okay, here we go. Okay, see, 9:05 That was last year. It's 9:07. Where the fuck is it? Yeah, I just want something like what they did last year. With this image, the one that we have all of the tiny little details to zoom in and look at, I just want something like that. Like, I don't even care. I don't need a trailer. The game is so far out that there's no way we're getting another trailer. Well, actually, I didn't think we were getting a trailer last year, so to be fair. The BioWare Gear Store did post earlier. They posted a bunch of stuff earlier. Like, in the middle of the night, they did this, the new N7 collection, which I actually really like this, but $300 for these bookends, that's crazy. Also, this girl looks like she's high. That's funny. No blog post still, and it is 9:08. Yeah, look at him. Look at how cute he looks. Oh, Rex. Yeah, I'm too broke. Like, between the cost of the bookends and the jacket and like everything that they just released today, I wish, but no. I think it's also interesting that they keep doing these like other iterations. It makes me wonder if these are things that we'll see in game, because you know, obviously the infamous N7 hoodie that's in game. I wonder if we'll see any of these iterations actually in game too. And obviously this one is a interpretation of the one from last year. Okay, I gotta say, I think if they're not doing a blog post right now, then maybe they won't do one. Maybe it is going to be that quiet. Gamble hasn't said anything. Except, happy N7 day, and then he shared some artwork, but he did post this yesterday. Who's Shepherd? Because it was spelled wrong. That's funny. Shifter, I like that math. It's Mr. Holton in an N7 trench coat. That's funny. Oh, Destiny 2 is also doing the Mass Effect collab. That's cool. Roman, no. If Gamble or the official blog posts don't say anything, no one else will. There's no way. What the hell? I was expecting something at 9. That's why I set my stream, because this is the time that they have dropped these posts. Like I said, so this one was posted at 9:05 last year. And then for 2022, they posted it at 9 a.m. Okay. So the last 2 years, it's been posted at 9 a.m. and 9:05. And now it is 9:11. Are we shit out of luck, guys? Daylight saving. Well, it would be the same time like they would be in the same daylight saving last year too. Yeah, we'll wait a bit to see if we can get anything. I'm not gonna like turn off stream or anything, but I am disappointed. Like, if they weren't going to do anything, I wish they would have just said, I wouldn't have done a stream. Also, I feel crazy continuously, like, frantically refreshing all of these pages like a psycho. No, Veilguard's not getting story DLC because before the game even came out, they basically said they wanted the game to be like a complete package, and that was supposed to be, you know, kind of the end of it. And we know that they're all working on Mass Effect 5 now. There was a interview with Rolling Stone, I think like, gosh, maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. There's a new Dark Horse statue. Okay, one second. Can you link it to me in Discord? Okay, I'm still looking. Can you link it to me in Discord though? Mr. Fight Monster. Pretty please. Hollywood Guy, thank you for the $5. And with everything with Dragon Age happening, I don't see anything coming. No, that's just me. See, I agree, but they didn't say... Oh, here we go. They didn't say that we weren't getting anything, and I think if we weren't getting anything at all, they would have said so. But so far today just feels like merch drops, which I mean is kind of normal for N7 day. This is a cool statue. This is the new Dark Horse statue that was just posted. Yeah, I'm not surprised about the voice cast reunion because, unfortunately, like I said, EA is being striked right now. So I'm not super surprised. Yeah, they should have just said no new updates instead of, like, quieter. Like, if they weren't going to do anything at all, they should have just said that they weren't going to do anything. The Dark Horse has been putting out some good statues. Well, I don't like the Liara one, but this looks really good. I actually got the Teasing Shepherd statue, the FemShep one, and when I got it, the Omni tool, the Omni blade, was broken. So they just sent me another one for free, so now I kind of like have 2 of them. And yeah, their Nev statue is actually really good too. I don't know, are they gonna do anything at all? Maybe not even a blog post. Maybe we are clowns. No, Katarina, you broke the Omni tool. It's very, very, very delicate. Patch notes just dropped. Oh, wow. Okay, I'll look at those later. 。 Okay, I don't care about Veilguard right now. Show me some Mass Effect news. You got the statue signed by Jennifer Hale. That is so cool. I met her last year at a convention and talked to her for a bit because it was like the last day of the con, so the lines weren't super long. She was so cool. It was like, you know, when you meet somebody and it's like talking to a ray of sunshine, but like the most intimidating ray of sunshine you've ever met in your entire life. That was what it was like talking to Jennifer Hale. Hey, Slandered. No, it looks like it's just merch drops so far, which is annoying. Because Gamble said, where is his tweet? This year will be quieter because of launch. So if they weren't going to post anything at all, they should have just said, don't expect like a blog post, or there's, you know, we're going to be fully focused on Veilguard and don't expect anything for Dragon Age Day. But I'm going to be really disappointed if we don't get like literally anything. Yeah, quieter does not mean nothing, so I would expect something. Blaze, you know, it's been really interesting watching Exodus's marketing, because I feel like Exodus, they are posting at really interesting times. Like they are posting, and I really do think that, I think Exodus is coming out in the next like 7 months, and a lot of people don't agree with me, and that's totally fine. But I do think that it's coming out soon, because Exodus has been releasing a ton of lore bits and a ton of videos. They revealed that Matthew McConaughey is like playing a character named Cece Orlev, and he's been doing the narrations for their trailers. And then just in September, they released the Archimedes engine. And in a month and 3 days, on December 10th, Secret Level comes out, and there will be an Exodus episode. So I fully expect them to start ramping up when that actually starts. Like, I think that once Secret Level comes out, I think we're going to see Exodus marketing fully ramp up to like prepare for a launch. Yeah, the Exodus book was really good, Kevin. I had a lot of fun reading it, though I will fully say that knowing that the book takes place after the game is weird. I thought it was going to be like a prequel, but apparently it takes place after the game. And I do expect something at the Game Awards for Exodus, yeah. I do think that they will be there again like last year. With a brand new trailer. And I'm hoping that they will. Again, like I said, I just think that everything is kind of like coming together for them to really focus on December. So I fully expect. Also, I think that Exodus is releasing at the perfect time, because everybody wants Mass Effect. And Mass Effect isn't going to be here for several years. Like, they aren't even in full production now. Well, I think they're moving into that now, with everybody moving on to Mass Effect. But as far as like the last few years, no. Mass Effect 5 has been in pre-production for 5 years now. And obviously we know that they have done quite a bit with the trailer that they revealed last year, and Unreal is a lot faster to work in than like Frostbite, which is what they use for Veilguard. So I hope that this means we're not going to have like a massive wait. But yeah, Mass Effect 5 is nowhere near coming out. Hollywood guy, BioWare is mad at us. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe Lazare, maybe they did push it an hour out, kind of in anticipation of having those patch notes out. But I do think the timing of that is weird. I don't know. Yeah, Mass Effect 5, I think 2027 is too early. I think 3 years from now is not enough. They're also like still hiring for people. So, yeah, I think 2027 at like the extremely earliest, like the earliest possible outcome, but I do think 2028 is more realistic. Unfortunately. Um Hunter Cyril? Uh do you think BioWare needs to address that they just started production of Mass Effect 5? I feel lots of people think Mass Effect 5 has been worked on hard since 4 years ago because they don't understand dev stuff. Yeah, people don't understand dev stuff, which is like very apparent. And I know people are mad that that trailer released, in 2020. But the reality is that those trailers, and like even for like Elder Scrolls, those exist to keep the studio momentum going, to keep people interested in applying, to keep the development team like interest in working on it. So like, yeah, it was for fans, but those types of things are also for studios. And if anybody's been following Veilguard's production, the team has been working on Veilguard. The Mass Effect team has been working on Veilguard for a while, like over a year at this point. So yeah, I don't think that BioWare maybe anticipated that, all of this happening when they revealed that trailer 4 years ago. So it's unfortunate, but at the same time, I do think they will eventually say, hey, we are in production phase now. Just because I think they know that people want a little bit more transparency. But I do think that people also have unrealistic expectations of when this game is coming out. And yeah, Lazare, yeah, that like it's public interest, dev development, investor, interest, still showing that Mass Effect has a fan base, still telling people that like, hey, we're not going anywhere. Like, there are more reasons that trailers exist than just teasing the fans. But yeah. Hey, Mr. Halthen. Yeah, I think the Jeff Grubb report was probably somewhat accurate. I mean, he said what, 2029, and I said 2028. So yeah, I mean, I think that it's a very real possibility that we are not seeing this game for a while. Again, though, they are using Unreal over Frostbite, so they will have an edge on development because Unreal is so much easier to use than Frostbite. So hopefully that does speed stuff up, and obviously we see that they already have like things built. We have this new N7. That like mass relay looking thing looks like it was also done in engine. So I do think they have some stuff done, but I just don't think it's as much as people think it is. Yeah, Josh, Mass Effect 5 will be in Unreal. Man, this sucks. I was actually hoping for something, like, even if it wasn't something major. I really did think that with the momentum of people having all their eyes on BioWare right now, that they would just release something cool, even if it was something simple. I am not on the Mass Effect Community Council. Nope, I am not on it. I don't even, like, I know nothing about Mass Effect 5. Everything that I know is just from the Dragon Age side. But yeah, I do think it is a missed opportunity if they don't show anything today. Like, on one hand, again, I understand because Vilgard is out. But when everybody is, like, paying attention to BioWare, when everybody is looking at BioWare right now, why wouldn't you want to show something just, like, cool? Not anything major, not anything, you know, that would overshadow Veilguard, but, like, something to be like, hey, we are working on this, especially because they just said that in an interview a few days ago. So just kind of weird to not see, so just kind of weird not to see anything. Where did they say check back for a little fun? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. See, okay, that's true. I'm literally looking at it right here. Yeah. Be sure to check back for a little fun though. Okay, so yeah, we should expect something because they're teasing something. And if it's just merch drops, I'm going to be so annoyed. Also, thank you, Mr. Vorn. No, I don't think that BioWare would stay under the radar because of Veilguard. I don't really want to talk about Veilguard, to be totally honest, just because, yeah. But no, I do not think that they would be quiet because of it. Who said a new trailer just dropped? They're lying. Well, Mr. Holton, did you see the new jacket that they released and they called it Commander Shepard's jacket? This trench coat, the original information said that it's the exact same thing that happened last time with the BioWare gear store of being like, Shepard returns, and it was just like some copy editor writing things, not knowing what it is. Last year's trailer dropped at that time though because they had been slowly releasing the teases. So like that was out. I think each tease there was like 2 hours in between. So that was a bit different. I would not expect that to be like a proper guess of when a trailer would be releasing, just because last year was slowly revealing information. And we did still last year we still did get that blog post at 9:00 or yeah, I think it was like 9 or 9:05, which it's 9:30. BioWare tweeted? Okay. If you guys are lying, I'm going to jump through my monitor and get you. Okay. Okay. You guys weren't lying. I won't beat you up. Okay. November 7th. Oh, they didn't put 7th. That bothers me. Has arrived once again, and as always, we're grateful for the opportunity to celebrate all things Mass Effect. This year is a little different, as we just launched Dragon Age: The Veilguard as a studio, so we're purposefully keeping things lighter as we celebrate the launch of the game. Speaking of which, you may notice a small treat from the Mass Effect team in Dragon Age: The Veilguard, if you check out a new chest inside the lighthouse. There is some cool new merch in our BioWare store, and we have partnered with No Man's Sky and Destiny 2 to bring back a couple fun cross promos in these games. Be sure to check out our social channels for all the details. Although we are a little quieter this year, we couldn't be more excited for what's to come. The Mass Effect community team. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Does anybody have an image of it? God, I can't open the game. I think if I opened the game right now, my game would probably like crash and burn, or my computer would. I don't know if I could do that. I have never streamed a game on OBS, and I'm already technically illiterate, so I don't think I'm going to try and do that. Let me see if I can find if anybody has a picture of it. Has anybody opened the game yet? Let's see, did anybody open it and like reply? Come on, show it. Okay. Instructions to find your Dragon Age Veilguard after downloading the... Oh, you gotta download the latest patch. Okay. You'll find a chest next to the workshop chest. Chest appears after completing the Harding mission, the Singing Blade. If the Singing Blade is already completed, the chest will be available the next time you visit the lighthouse. Okay. Well, let me download this patch. I'm already done with the game, so I can maybe load it up and look. Oh god, let's see if I can even do it. Hi Ming, don't worry about being late. You arrived just in time. We just got news. And it's just a, you know, I was actually kind of expecting a Mass Effect Dragon Age collab. So that's funny. Oh, I'm not gonna open the game to like spoil you guys. That's not what I'm doing, guys. Don't worry. It is interesting that the quest is affiliated with, or the chest is affiliated with Harding's quest though. The Singing Blade. That's interesting to me. God, what if it was an armor only for Harding and not for Rook? That would be so funny and fucking stupid. I need somebody to hurry up, update their game, and send me a picture. Oh, that's right. Duh. I always forget that Harding is voiced by Ali Hillis because for some reason they sound so different to me, even though if you actually listen to them, they sound very similar. A sorry appearance for Harding, though that is just funny to imagine. Imagine Harding being all blue. Yeah, it is really interesting how Harding feels nothing like Liara. And they don't sound anything alike, even though Ali Hillis's voice is so distinct that when you listen, you know that it's her, but you have to kind of like pay attention. She's voiced other characters in Dragon Age too, like in Dragon Age also, and I can never pinpoint that it's her though. She is very good at voice acting. Yeah, I expect it to just be appearances. My game is patching. It's taking a long time though. It just says downloading update. What I might do is I don't know if this will lag my stream though. What I might do is it's trying to download the update right now. So once it updates, I may open my game on the other, like try and open my game and see if I can, and then just take a screenshot, and then I can just show the screenshot. That way I won't, like, because I'll have to load into an older save, so I don't want anybody to see anything. It's the N7 agent coat. Does anybody have a picture of it? Is that actually true? If anybody has a picture of it, can you guys put it in anybody who's in the BioWare, or I mean my Discord? Okay, chat is getting annoying. Wow, for some reason my game isn't updating. It just says downloading space. Okay, yeah, if someone, or wait, you know what? Let me check the BioWare Discord. Or Lizaire, can you just tweet it maybe? Okay, Mr. Holthen sent it, so let me open it. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys, I'm figuring out technology. I don't want to open my Twitter DMs though. Oh, that's cool. I am bummed that there isn't concept art though. Like I gotta say, like the N7 day thing looks cool, but let's see. Oh god, I'm actually scared to do this scrolling. What if there's like fucking... Oh god, I saw skin and got scared. I was hoping someone would have posted it. Yeah, why is Gamble being so quiet? Gamble is being so quiet. Okay, can you guys see the second window or no? Poor Kevin, that's funny that you say that because in one of my videos, I like apologized to Gamble for stalking his Twitter, and it was a video. I think it was like about some concept art regarding a trailer and like dark energy or something. And then he liked my tweets that I had posted about it, and I was like, oh god, he knows that I am stalking him. Can you guys hear now? Is this better? I'm sorry. Oh! Is that better? Sorry, guys. You guys know that I am not good with technology. Like, if you have... Oh, look at here's the note. Someone tagged Atharia. I guess this chest got lost in the fade and someone shepherded it to our doorstep. Is it just me or does the armor look somehow familiar, like something an old friend would wear? I'm fine. I'm fine. Is the echo still there? What the fuck? Yeah, the coat is the new coat. Wait. So the what? I'm like piecing all of this together. Okay, so today the coat was posted and it was called Commander Shepherd's like trench coat or whatever. And now we're saying that this is something an old friend would wear and it was shepherded to our doorstep. So is this Commander Shepherd's jacket? Okay, let me see if there's a picture of the jacket. Someone had to have posted it by now, please. Or you know what, let me do this, hold on. Oh, she posted it in the Discord? Okay. There's a third thing too. How do I... Okay. Okay, here's the jacket. Can you guys see it? And then we have... There's another one. There's 2 armor sets. And a helmet. So here's the helmet and the armor set, which does match the jacket. And then here is the other set. Which this one does not give me Mass Effect vibes at all. This one does though. No, the armors are for anybody. But also, the way that they're doing that is extremely interesting. So the jacket is called it's like a Spectre, N7 Spectre trench coat. And they called it in the BioWare, or not the BioWare blog, but on the Volante design website, they did call it Shepherd's jacket. And there was like a quote in the description about Shepherd talking about looking good while saving the world or something. So, and I know that those are written by copy editors, so it probably doesn't mean anything, but it's interesting, especially now that we got that note that literally says that this is shepherded, like, and it's from an old friend. So is this Shepherd's jacket? Yeah, I think the jacket is cool looking though. I like it. I don't like the helmet, but yeah, the helmet's This set I feel is weird. Like, I don't feel like this reminds me of Mass Effect at all. Am I wrong in this? Do you guys feel that? Or does this look like it doesn't look like Mass Effect to me. But yeah, it is the other set just without the jacket. But yeah, this doesn't look like Mass Effect to me. The coat is cool though. I do like the coat. I will definitely... One thing though, I will say that something that really irritates me about Veilguard is that they don't have anything that's black. Like, I know they can't do like super deep black, but why does everything have to have a shade of blue or like purple? I want some black armor. They have a new tweet? Okay. BioWare does. Oh, there it is, yeah. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. Though I will say I don't like how the spacing on these are different. That bothers me. But this looks cool. I don't think this is like Shepherd confirmed, but I do think the wording of this is all super interesting. The way, but then at the same time, I don't know. Like, how do you, I don't know. Something about the way that Mass Effect keeps relying on the nostalgia of Shepherd. I think that they are playing a dangerous game if Shepherd is not in the next game. I mean, Shepherd will be in it in some capacity. I don't think they're going to be the protagonist. I think we will just hear of Shepherd, but I think that was one of the issues that I had with Andromeda's marketing, and I played Andromeda after it came out, so I didn't see like the marketing during marketing. I saw it after the fact. But a lot of the trailers focusing on the N7, which, like, obviously we all know that you don't play as an N7, and like the actual N7 in Andromeda dies. So I just hope they don't. Like, if Shepherd is not the protagonist, if Shepherd is not the main focus of Mass Effect 5, I really do think they need to get away from relying on Shepherd so much. To tease, maybe that's a hot take. But I do expect a new there's text on their wrist. Oh yeah, no, I think that's sewing. It looks like stitches here. Okay, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I need to look at some of these comments and get rid of the idiots. Yeah, I think Shepherd is going to be referenced. I don't know if it'll be more than that. Like, God, how do I say this? This is not a spoiler for Veilguard. Like, everybody knows that the Inquisitor is returning, and everybody knows, like, in, you know, Mass Effect, or in Dragon Age 2, people had a ton of opinions about the return of Hawk. Like, people are never happy with the returns, and I think if Shepherd ever returned and was like uncontrollable or had a different personality, like I play a renegade Shepherd. So if Shepherd came back and we couldn't define their personality, if they were like a mentor or something, and they were fully Paragon, like that would not be my Shepherd. So I think it's like, how do you bring back a character? Oh, music's loud? Okay. Oh, there's two musics going on. What the fuck? What is playing? Oh, shit. I didn't realize I was playing this whole time. I'm so sorry. Okay, what about now? Is the music good now? I need two screens. I need two monitors. I think I'm gonna buy another monitor. I cannot stream like this because I'm too incompetent to like remember to open OBS because I only have one monitor. Okay. Yeah, and I think the reality is that like I also think a lot of people are ready to move on from Shepherd. I think if Mass Effect as a franchise wants to thrive and survive, Shepherd cannot be its like central focus. I don't think that's sustainable. So yeah, I think that I know that's probably a little bit of a hot take because I know a lot of people want Shepherd back. I just don't know how. I just don't know how they can do it without, number one, overriding people's choices, and number two, changing the way, like solidifying either Shepard's choices or Shepard's personality, which people are going to have problems with both. But yeah, I think that a lot of people, I mean, but I also know, like, I also know a lot of people really want Shepard back. For a lot of people, Mass Effect is Shepard. And that's a dangerous game because I understand why people feel that way. I do to an extent. But yeah, I just don't know how that is sustainable long term. Is there going to be, you know, a new trilogy about Shepard? I don't know if, like, you also have to think there's a brand new, well, not brand new, but there's new, like, Mary DeMarle is at the helm of Mass Effect 5, and she did not write for the original trilogy. Is Shepard a character that you want new people writing for when they're so defined of who they were? I think that's just a dangerous game. There's so many ways that bringing Shepard back could go wrong. And see, I know that some people are okay with canonizing an ending, but there's a lot of people who don't want an ending canonized also. And I know people are like, "Oh, just do destroy." But a lot of people didn't get the perfect destroy ending, and destroy is not like an overwhelming majority. Like, I could understand if it was like 85-90% of players, but it's like less than half of players even choose destroy, and less than that get the perfect destroy ending. So I just don't know how they could do that. And like I said, I just really think if they bring Shepard back, there are so many ways to fuck it up. Like there is. Like, one thing for me, when I played Veilguard, I can't make my Inquisitor look like they did in Inquisition, and it really bothers me. And in the original trilogy, Shepard has, like, I play with a default fem shep, and I know a lot of people that play with default male and you know, female, the models, and they have such distinct appearances. And a new game, a new engine is going to look totally different. What if they look bad? Those are just small things that I think that, like, what if they look bad? What if they're written differently? What if there's canon choices? Like, all those things just accumulate, and I think would just piss me off. And I'm gonna be totally honest, like, I am an Andromeda defender, but I don't care to see Ryder again. I think that bringing Ryder back as the protagonist would be a mistake. I think the best thing that they should do for Mass Effect 5 is a clean slate. So, yeah, I really don't know. And also, you know, there was that interview from Liana Rupert. Gosh, she did that. That interview was right after the trailer came out. And she said that she got confirmation that the next Mass Effect would be taking place far into the future, which would probably mean that the game would be taking place after Andromeda. That's what she kind of implied. So if that's the case, no, Shepard won't be back. And I hope that we don't play as Ryder. Ryder might be around, but I don't think that they would be the focus. And it's not called, the game is not called Mass Effect 5. Like, it's just, obviously we don't have a name for it, so we got to call it something. And if you look in the trailer metadata and the concept art, it says Mass Effect 5 and SFX 5. Like, it's just a placeholder name. Andromeda was 4 during its development until it got its subtitle, so I fully expect the next Mass Effect game to also get a subtitle and not be numbered. Am I upset about what? I don't, Hollywood guy, what are you asking me if I'm upset about? Oh, Jack, that's interesting. You let everybody die in Mass Effect 2? Not the Joker effect. Oh my god. I'm not upset with the reveal. I kind of expected that it might be something like this. I mean, Dragon Age and Mass Effect have always crossed over with their armor sets, so if they were going to do it, today is the day to do it. I am bummed that we didn't get any type of like concept art though, because I wanted something to be able to analyze and speculate about, and this is not that. So yeah, I am disappointed in that. I had a lot of fun with last year's N7 day, and it kept me going. So I'm really disappointed we're not getting something like this again. Yeah, I do hope that next year will be bigger, but also I'm okay with the N7 days not revealing a ton, but I do think at some point they need to kind of be like, hey, you're playing as Shepard or you're not. Yeah, Guava, I think that Andromeda for me, like especially now that I'm looking back on it, I played it, oh my god, I played it in 2021. I think when I look back at Andromeda, I had fun, but my fun was mostly for the exploration, for the lore bits about the Angara and the Jardan, the combat, and I really I like Vetra, I like Jal, Drac, but I don't think there's any characters that I was really like super invested in, and I felt no connection to Ryder. So it's hard for me to be like, yeah, they should bring back Ryder. Like I have no interest in that personally. I will say though that Andromeda has some extremely interesting lore concepts, and that is what I think would be great to pull from the game. Stuff about the Jardan, which we already have seen the Angara, so I fully think that both the both the Jardan and the Angara are concepts that will come up in Mass Effect 5. And the dark energy stuff, I think those are really good things to explore. The Scourge, especially if this game takes place after the Andromeda timeline. But oh fuck. But I don't there's not else that I really care to see from Andromeda. yeah, I don't particularly want to see much from it. BioWare showed another trailer for the, oh, it's just the coat merch. I don't really care about the coat. Like, we've already seen the coat. Oh, it's just a dude. Well, it is interesting that this, if he turns back and looks back, I'm gonna laugh. Yep, it's the same thing from the trailer. Yeah, this is very clearly referencing the new N7. Check the note? What note? Why are you yelling at me? I do think this looks really cool though. I don't wear jackets because I live in a state that is like never really that cold. So I have no use for this, but I want it. Oh yeah, I already saw the note. Yeah, I think the jacket is really cool. It's absolutely supposed to be this one, like very clearly. So if it's supposed to be this jacket, and the jacket that we got in Veilguard is also supposed to be this jacket, and that one says it was shepherded in from an old friend, or looks like something an old friend would wear. I mean, it's very clearly pointing to Shepherd, like very, very obvious. What do you mean Mass Effect show news? Stop it. You guys are lying. I don't believe you guys. The note someone posted. Let me see if I can find the tweet. Oh, look, here's people's Rook's wearing it. BioWare did not just say Shepard is going to come back. You guys are ridiculous. Stop. Yeah, I already showed this note, guys. I guess the chest got lost in the fade and someone shepherded it to our doorstep. Is it just me or does the armor look somehow familiar? Like something an old friend would wear. Okay, I will say though that this is weird to say if this is like a weird framing of the jacket and like its owner. If the new character is not Shepherd, do you guys know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, all the descriptions are referencing Shepherd. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. That's why I'm saying it's weird if the new N7, like this one, this one, like it's very weird if this is not Shepherd now. With everything that they've said that is like affiliated with this coat. Now it's weird if it's not. There's no new Mass Effect show. There like nothing. There's that show that we heard about in what 2021 that was like never brought up ever again. which is a bummer because I would really love to hear about that. What do you mean? Guys, I swear to God, I'm going to check the news, and if... Go to Variety? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You guys aren't serious. Shut the fuck up. Okay, you guys, you know what? Okay. All right. I will fuck off because that's crazy. All right, I'm pulling it up. They finally addressed this and confirmed it. Holy shit. Fuck off. Okay. A Mass Effect TV series is officially in development at Amazon. Daniel Casey is set to write and executive produce the adaptation. Kareem Zariq will executive produce under his Cedar Tree Productions banner with Ari, okay, whatever. And Mike Gamble also executive producing. Exact plot details are being kept under wraps. Oh my God. It was previously reported in 2021 that Amazon was in negotiations to develop a Mass Effect TV series, but there have been no updates on the project until now. There have been various attempts to develop a feature film based on the game, but the project never materialized. This is actually fascinating. Holy shit. There's an actual... This is actually crazy. Wow, we actually got more news than I was expecting. Happy N7 day, everybody. That's interesting. I'm trying to see what else there is here. Oh, wait, okay, wait. The Zariq person did Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage and the Punisher, and Legion, which I actually really liked all of those shows. Some less than others, but I still thought they were pretty good. Casey most recently worked on the screenplay for Fast and Furious 9. Ooh. Okay, that I don't love. Okay, I do want to say, though, that there has been a lot of conversations about if Mass Effect 5 is even going to happen. And, like, I'm not going to get into what the sales are for Veilguard. We literally don't know. Okay, we don't know. It broke records on Steam for, like, an EA single-player title, but, like, I don't know. But I think this confirms if they feel that BioWare is, like, officially ready to reveal this and say that they are full hands on deck for Mass Effect 5, I think that means we truly are all hands on deck for Mass Effect 5, and this game is happening. Oh, thank you for gifting subs, Brian. That was so nice of you. But yeah, I don't know. I'm always skeptical of live action shows, to be totally honest. Like, we've seen some good things like Fallout, Halo. No, I'm just kidding. Halo was terrible. I couldn't even say it with a straight face. So, like, I mean, we have seen good adaptations, but we've also seen some really fucking bad ones. I think Halo was fine. It wasn't great. It wasn't amazing. It was pretty mediocre. But some of the stuff, okay, actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think there are things about the Halo show that were bad. The romance, and I love romance in, like, media. It made me want to gouge out my eyeballs. It was so just, I hated it. But yeah, so I think that it is hard to it's hard to imagine a Mass Effect TV show, and it's scary because there are just so many ways they could fuck it up. What if they tell the story of Shepard? I'm going to be totally honest. I don't want to hear anybody else's voice as Shepard other than Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale. Like, I don't want that personally. So yeah, and that's the thing too, is like part of the reason why a lot of people don't like Halo is because it did deviate so much from the show. I mean, from the games. And when you look at an adaptation like that, why? Why would you deviate so much from something that people love and know as something that already exists in a specific way? Why would you deviate from it? These like creative liberties on things that change what we know. Like, it's one thing to tell a different story in that world. It's another to change the story that people know. And I think when I look at Halo, I'm like, that was such a bad decision. How did they even get there to make that? So like, I feel like for me, what I would prefer is I don't want a story about Shepard. I think that that's too dangerous. You're never going to get someone who can do what Mark Meer and Jennifer Hale did, who are so iconic to the characters. And when you have a character like Shepard that people spent years making choices for them, and the last 12 years making, you know, their own headcanons and stories for what happened to Shepard, like after, if they survived. It's just such dangerous territory to take a character that is so cherished by the fandom in everybody's each individual way. I don't think that's a good idea. But I understand, but on the other hand, I get why they would, because that's how you bring people in. It's Shepard right now is the moneymaker for Mass Effect. I don't think that's a secret. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How do you even do that? It has to be something like, I feel like what the perfect balance would be telling a story in the Mass Effect world that would make people interested in the universe itself. So like, yeah, a First Contact war. Philippe, oh, thank you for the $10, but also that is scary. Ari Arad. Yeah, I don't know what to think. I am excited though that since they have announced this, they feel comfortable doing this. And now that they've announced it, I expect to learn more. Maybe we'll hear about casting or the story or something like that. But yeah, that's crazy. I thought you guys were all lying. Oh, BioWare hasn't tweeted about it yet. Oh, so it was just the variety? Okay. There's a new blog post? Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Hi, everyone. November 7th. Why don't they put the 7th? Has arrived once again. And as always, we're grateful for the opportunity to celebrate. Wait, is this the exact same thing? This is the same note from the Twitter. Bummer. No images. No concept art. I'm kind of disappointed about that. Like, I get it, but also sad. Was really hoping we would get something to speculate over. Mr. Vorn, thank you. And yeah, I do think it is reassuring to see that Gamble is affiliated with the project. But at the same time, I feel like there are so many projects where they bring on people from the original source, like the media source, and that person isn't given enough like overhead to actually matter. So that is something that concerns me, I guess. Why don't they start selling Turian chocolates? That's funny. That's crazy. I still cannot believe that we're getting a TV show. I really thought you guys were lying in chat. My bad. You know, the hiring of the two guys from the lessons of the screenplay has been really interesting to me because Alex and Michael both do their show Lessons of the Screenplay, and they've both joined BioWare, and they actually did both work on Veilguard as well. I think they did some of the trailers, some of the later trailers, and I said a while ago that I bet they were hired on to also help with the TV show. But at the same time, I watched their like video on making Mass Effect essentially into like the next Game of Thrones. And they made the video a while ago, so the Game of Thrones comparison is like, yeah, everybody is comparing everything to Game of Thrones at the time. So I don't know, but it was like they had laid out a very concise retelling of the original trilogy. So I just don't know how I feel about that. I would love to see if they don't do like the First Contact War, or if they don't do kind of like a major historical event in the Mass Effect, I almost said Cyberpunk, in the Mass Effect world. I would love to see them maybe tell a story of like something leading up to the next game, story-wise. Like what if we got, well, I guess no, I don't think that would be a good idea. Like, what if they told a story about the Systems Alliance after Mass Effect 3, where they can cover some of the events, like bridging to the next game? I think that's something that I think would be cool. I hope that it's good. Still can't believe we're getting a TV show though. Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm pulling up Gamble's Twitter. Maybe he could give us a tiny crumb. Yeah, I don't know. Mass Effect is in such a weird position right now where like it is still very much about Shepard. Like that is where the series stands. Even after Andromeda, I still say that. So I do think it's in like a very precarious situation where they have to define if that's what they want the franchise to be about moving forward, or if they can find more other interesting things to keep people invested in Mass Effect. So is the show going to be about Shepard? I don't know. And yeah, I think Edgerunners was Edgerunners for Cyberpunk 2077. Edgerunners was a very perfect adaptation of a story told within a world with connections to the story that people know. It was unique enough that it felt believable that you have this character who exists within this world that you know and had interactions with characters that you know, but their story wasn't so like, it didn't overshadow anything that we know in game, and it also didn't, I don't want to say retcon, but like it didn't change too much of what we knew either. It was a very good adaptation, and I'm also really, really, really excited to see what CDPR does next, since they are doing another animated show, which I'm expecting another similar story to Edgerunners. And yeah, Shepard is like, it's damned if you do and damned if you don't. Like, people are going to be mad either way. Like, they bring back Shepard, it's not their Shepard that they know. They bring back Shepard and choices have been canonized. They don't bring back Shepard and people are still mad. Like, there's no winning. And yeah, I think Angel, like, I think that, you know, and I've spoken about this before, but Mass Effect 5 will inevitably cater to new audiences. Like, it will, and the show too. The show is going to want to bring people in. So I just think that they have to figure out how to set expectations for new fans while also earning the trust of the original fans and keeping them interested as well. I don't envy them. And like, I don't want to talk about Veilguard, but I'm going to say this, that I have, in my review, half the time of my review is spent ranting about how the frustration with the Dragon Age series is that it always changes. And when you grasp something that you love about the series, you don't know if you're going to ever see that thing again. And as a Dragon Age fan, like, I love the story of Veilguard. I don't love the art style at all. Like, I don't like the art style. It's a pretty game. It's a gorgeous game. But the art style, watching the series change every game is so frustrating. Watching the music change is so frustrating. And I think that's something that Dragon Age keeps trying and doing, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I think with Mass Effect, they tried that with Andromeda. They tried to do that new approach, like new appeal to a new audience. And I just don't think it worked the way they wanted it to. So I think with that, with like knowing that, they have to be really careful about going forward. I don't know. Hiya, Johnny. Yeah, and Johnny says, I wonder what aliens they'll depict. I really hope it has nothing to do with Shepard's story at all. Yeah, I think that's totally fair. I hope we get new aliens, like whatever the story is. We need some new aliens. We got one in Andromeda. So yeah, they need to step up the alien game. I would love to see the Ralloy, and I would love to see the I keep wanting to say ancient aliens, and then I keep thinking of that meme. Oh my god, what are they called? The virtual aliens. I really want to see the virtual aliens as well. Oh my god, I just messed something up on OBS. Oh, did you guys see that? What did I do? Uh-oh, I don't know how to fix that. Pretend you guys didn't see me do that. Hey, Spectre. They didn't say whether the show was animated or not. Or wait, shit, did they? Well, before it was said that it was live action. So, they didn't say in here. Yeah, they don't say what it is. Oh, wait. Errata's previously produced adaptations of the games Borderlands, Uncharted, Ghost in the Shell. Oh. Okay. All right, well, I didn't like any of these, so that doesn't make me feel very good at all, actually. Damn it. Fuck. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep my expectations super low because I don't like Borderlands, I didn't like Uncharted, and I don't like Ghost in the Shell. I also felt like the casting was really bad for all of those. Which, like, I know someone else works on casting, but, yeah. I will keep my expectations low, but I will watch it. Even if my expectations are very, very low. I want to be excited. I want to trust Mike Gamble because he's one of the executive producers. And I like this person's like resume, the Zurich person. I like their resume, but yeah, I don't like that. Ghost in the Shell could be faithful to the source all I wanted. I still don't think it was very good. And like, why would you have Scarlett Johansson? Ugh. Mr. Fight Monster, I see your comment. I don't want to show that right now. I see your comment though. Brian, thank you for the $20. And Brian says, no matter the headcanon you have on endings or who the romance is, N7 is such a great day. I 100% agree that a TV can bridge Mass Effect 3 to Mass Effect 5. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And I think that's what they should do. I think they should focus on the future. I just hope that they are successful with it. Thank you for watching, Valorite. That's nice of you. Oh, Appleseed. Oh my gosh, I have not thought about that in forever. Holy shit. Let me see if Atharia wants to chat. Give me a second, guys. I don't know if I even set this up properly. I think I saw the Silent Hill movie a long time ago. You know, that Henry Cavill thing is so fascinating to me because thinking about it for so long, I think that he staged that. I think that because what he was reading was directly from the wiki. I think that he printed that out, made it look like a script, posted what he did to garner interest for being in the show. I don't think that he was ever actually affiliated with it. So, yeah, I really do think that I think that he faked that. It was literally directly from the wiki. Like, why? And he made it look like a script. So I think he faked it. I think he, yeah, I think it was fake. Also, I'm not like a huge, like, Henry Cavill is whatever to me. Like, I don't care. So I don't particularly care if he's involved or not. I will say though that like I know that if Henry Cavill was affiliated with it and he was doing Shepherd's story, I know that he's at least someone that we could trust to want to do as faithful to the games as possible, because we know that's what happened with The Witcher, and then The Witcher just like took a dump. So but yeah, I think that he's also busy. Like he's got his own, he's doing the Warhammer stuff, and I feel like there was something else that he was doing that I can't remember. Yeah, The Witcher is like The Witcher is such a bummer because I think that everybody really loved season 1. And I think that everything else was not great. I will be watching the next season though, because the guy, Gareth David Lloyd, who plays Solus in Dragon Age, like all the Dragon Age games, or I guess Inquisition and Velgard, he will be in the next Witcher season. So like I'm gonna watch it. I will suffer through to like see his performance, but I gave up watching The Witcher like mid season 2. I think I was just like, this is not for me. Yeah, season 1 was like, I don't know. I think that's something that's really fascinating about all these adaptations too, is like, why is season 1 good? Or I guess maybe that's the only show that I can kind of think of. Well, I don't know. Anyways, it's like The Witcher, it's sad to look at The Witcher because it's such a missed opportunity. It could have been really good for several seasons, and they just decided not to. See, Jack, I don't think that they should have made a Jade Empire series, because I know that there is a Jade Empire fandom, but it's nowhere near Mass Effect. There's like, it's not even comparable. Bye, Salamander. I don't understand why you like, why do adaptations keep existing and changing the source material? Is the source material not why you wanted to make the adaptation in the first place? Like, huh? Oh, Brian, thank you again. And Brian says, there is a way to bring back Shepard for Mass Effect 5. Shepard's breath, which could mean the Lazarus upgrades are kicking in to heal him or her. But that would mean BioWare would canonize the destroy ending. Yeah, and I just think that's a very dangerous move. Oh, you're in this? Okay. Hi. Hello. Hold on. Am I not in here? Wait.
Callie, can you hear me?
Something?
Hello, testing.
Shit, I gotta turn my computer up. Hold on, I can't hear you.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, can you say something?
Hello. I'm freaking out about the Shepherd tease.
Fuck, I think that just broke everybody's ears. Okay, say something again.
So sorry. Okay, I'm talking now very, very quietly. I think just turn me all the way down. Like,
no, it's okay. I'm
way.
doing it on my end, so it should be be okay now.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everybody in Callie's chat. That must have blown your ears out. And I was just whispering to myself, by the way, Callie, because I remember the last time when I said hi, you like freaked out.
I did, yeah, and I actually probably would have, but this time I had my computer volume all the way down, because I was having some echoing problem earlier, so that's fine.
Oh shoot. Okay, yeah. I'm so sorry, y'all. But yeah, what do you think about everything that has happened so far?
You know, I'm surprised that, I don't want to say we got a ton because like we didn't, but I am really surprised that they announced this TV show.
Yeah.
Like I was not expecting. I was expecting to at one point hear about the TV show because we heard about it literally 3 years ago and then not a peep since. But I think it's really reassuring that we're hearing about this after Dragon Age. maybe they were waiting until Dragon Age came out to see the reception, to see the sales, before they finalized that they were going to be moving Mass Effect 5 into full production, before they confirmed the show is actually happening. So I think, to me, hearing about this show, having it being announced so close to Veilguard's release is really reassuring for me. So I'm hoping that it really does mean that everything is full steam on deck for Mass Effect 5.
Yeah, no, for sure. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because I'm trying to get the volume all good for these peeps over here. You're too quiet on my end.
Oh shit, sorry.
All good, all good. Okay, I turned up. No, yeah, but everything that you mentioned about the TV show, it totally caught me off guard. Totally caught me off guard.
Same.
Because I'm sure you saw in the thing, like it said that Mike Gamble's going to be working on it
Yeah,
as an
he's the
executive producer.
He's one of the executive producers, yeah.
And that shocked me because I assume like production for Mass Effect 5 is going to start up soon. And he's going to be juggling both.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be huge. Okay, wait, can everybody, you guys still can't hear her? Okay, one sec. Can you just start speaking, Cal? I need to fix your volume here.
Yes. Hello, Atharia's stream. I hope you can hear me. And I hope you guys are having a good N7 day.
I got it. Okay. I've got the volume now.
Okay, perfect.
Alrighty. Let me know if you guys can hear her, y'all. Okay. Yeah, with the Mass Effect TV show, do you know anything about the Fast and Furious 9 writer? Because I didn't know what that meant.
Okay,
I'm not engaged with the Fast and Furious stuff.
So I actually was obsessed with the Fast and Furious franchise growing up. I used to be really into street racing when I was younger.
Awesome.
And I was obsessed with that franchise. I think the way that it is now, dog water. Nope, don't like it. I don't like it at all. It is a it feels like a generic action show, which is like whatever. People watch it, people like it. Also, yeah, Drew, I was into street racing. I was like really, really big into street racing.
That's huge.
Did
you like straight up, like you would just go super fast and...
Yeah, back when I lived in Arizona, in Tucson, there was a very big street racing scene. And every night we would drive out to the middle of nowhere and we would have like races. And it is so funny because I think of that one scene in Fast and Furious where like everybody is like parked in this random area and they're racing, and then the cops show up and everybody's on their walkie-talkies. Like that is what it was like. So it's just funny. Yeah, this is a little bit of a Kayla lore drop. And I drove like a manual car that I had like halo lights, carbon fiber. Like I was very big into street racing.
That's crazy. That's actually some crazy Cal lore. I'm not gonna lie. Never would have pegged that.
Yeah.
But okay, well then hopefully, I mean,
but I don't like the movies
ever
now.
watch.
I don't like the movies are. The movies are really generic now. I think
that's what I've seen.
Yeah, they're just like generic action films, and I think that's really boring. I think it's a bummer because, like, I really like what I guess what I'm trying to say is the movies used to be about street racing and like the dynamics of the people who did that. And then they became like, oh, let's blow up 50 cars and like you can jump over the Empire State Building and like drift midair. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's all about just like the flashiness and just like, hey, let's go to the movies and
so and then another
action.
one of the people working on the show did one of the executive producers did Borderlands, Uncharted, Ghost in the Shell, which like not a fan of that. So that I do find a little concerning.
Yeah. So I guess very, very initial feeling is
apprehensive.
not worried. Yeah, apprehensive.
I'm worried. Yeah. Also, Brian, thank you again for the $20. And Brian says, honestly, I think fans would be more interested in bringing back their Shepherd and their love interest than what the ending was canon. Yeah, I mean, I do think that's fair. I do think that's true. I just, again, I don't know how they would do that.
Yeah, so a couple things that we're kind of freaking out over here. I don't know if you've gone into the the rabbit hole that we have over here, but we have where is it? So the new thing that dropped today.
The jacket?
With the jacket. I assume you've seen the note as well.
I did, yeah, and I was talking about my chat how also Musa Stone, thank you, with the 420. And Musa says, want Henry Cavill as Shepherd. I do think he has the look. Like, I mean, if they did a bro shep, I think he has the look.
Oh, totally. And I feel like if they're going for that Fast and Furious like writer vibe, like I'm curious if they specifically did that because they're going for that action-y feel to the Mass Effect show. Which, like, if they are going to canonize, at least in a TV show setting, a Shepherd, I feel like that they might go bro shep. So yeah, I'm down for Henry Cavill as Shepherd. That'd be awesome.
I'm pretty. I don't particularly like or dislike it. I'm just like indifferent. I think
it would fit the look.
Yeah, I think he would fit the look. I don't really care.
I don't know his work. Yeah, like I'm not too familiar with his work. I just know that he is like a gaming nerd and stuff like that, you know? So like I appreciate that if they had to, like I think I don't know if it was confirmed, but that he said that he liked Mass Effect and all that stuff. So I think that it would be cool. Because yeah, he was in The Witcher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. Thank you so much for the 5 Shark Cage. Cerberus Assault Armor Helmet plus Cerberus Phantom Helmet. Ooh, is in the teaser. No. Yeah, I know what you're saying there. So yeah, if it's all right, can we talk about the note as well as the specific? I don't know if you've seen in the Discord on the BioWare Discord, the specific photo they released of the outfit.
In the announcements, but
also on the Dragon Age community Twitter, like the community post.
Yeah.
It basically looks like the new N7. So I have it on my
stream. It absolutely is the new N7. Like I don't think that's not. I don't think that's even up for debate. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that that's basically a confirmation that the new N7 is Shepherd?
I was saying this to my chat that I think it is a very dangerous game that they're playing right now of like they are making ties to Shepherd and they are, the note says this was shepherded in and it looks like something an old friend might wear. Like that is very, very clearly, undeniably referencing Shepherd, like without a doubt. So when you're making those connections and you are tying it to this new N7, because obviously that's the new N7's jacket.
Yeah.
I think they're getting into really dangerous territory if this is not Shepherd. Like I think they are.
I think it 100% is. Because they wouldn't do that.
I still don't think it is. I still don't think it is. I still don't think it is because of that interview from Leanna Rupert. I still don't think it is. And like, obviously everything is like very much still up for debate and speculation. So like, everything's still totally possible. But I don't think that is Shepherd. And I think it's, like I said, I think it's dangerous territory to keep using Shepherd as a tease if you're not, like, the way that they tease Shepherd in that note, if that new N7 turns out not to be Shepherd, they're probably going to make people mad because that note is like very much implying that it is. So I don't know. I feel like they are I don't know. I think it's interesting, and I don't think that. I think the new N7 jacket is our new N7, like it's the new person. So I don't know. It's hard to say, and like I'm still very much up in the air about like what I think actually is going to be in Mass Effect 5. I just think at this point though, my concern is if they continue using Shepherd as a tease, that is a dangerous game. If it's not. I think that's like where I feel.
I think that they're highly aware though of everything you said. Like they know that they can't tease Shepherd like this and then not bring Shepherd back in that capacity. Like you and I were here last year and freaking out. Like you said you were, crying.
Oh my God, I literally
it was Shepherd.
That second tease where it like showed the N7, like I was like, shut the fuck up, it's Shepherd.
Yeah, and I was like, it's Shepherd. Like I was telling everybody this is Shepherd. And then the final head turn, and then everyone was like, what? I think that this year's tease is basically confirming to us that we had the right idea the first time. Because I think the apprehension with wanting to say it's for sure Shepherd is probably from all of the N7 teases that they did for Andromeda's release, where they were like, showing Alec Ryder and all that in the promo. And then we eventually load in, and obviously we weren't an N7 because Alec dies right away. So I understand the apprehension, but I feel like the BioWare team couldn't have seen that and then been like, hey, let's do it again. I think that they're very smart people over there and would be like, okay, let's not do this unless it's legit. Because like you said, they can't just toe this line and then not follow through.
Yeah.
And not bring Shepherd back.
And
because it would just cause outrage. Like you would lose your core people. And that's just which is why I think they're messing with us, saying things like someone shepherded it to our doorstep. But I feel like they are trying to nudge us in the right direction of, hey, the N7 you saw last year, that is Shepherd in some capacity. Yeah, that's kind of where I stand on that. Like I think that, I mean, you know me, I have my unhinged theories, and I think that it is probably like an AI version of Shepherd and all that kind of angle unhingedness. But yeah, like I guess like you thought, and I'm not sure if you still believe this, but that this N7's gonna be us. And I know that you have this whole like the agent theory. Totally, I feel like that has some weight to it. Do you think that we could you see us entering the next game in a character creator where we're playing as an AI version of Shepherd somehow, or as like a darker version of Shepherd?
No, and I think for me, and obviously like if anybody watches both of our channels, which I know a lot of people, in chat people are going to, we have very different theories. I love listening to your theories, and I think they're really fun because, like I said, like we are at a point right now where any theory goes, any speculation goes. There is no wrong speculation. There's no right speculation. Everything is just pure speculation, and that's the fun of like right now is being able to do that. I think for me though, I lean towards it being the most obvious answer. Like I don't think that there's like, I just think it's a new N7. Like I just, I think when I think about it, I think it's like, I see it as simple, and like I think the AI thing is more complex, which I mean it very well could be. I just think that it feels a little it feels a little out of pocket, I guess, to me.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, and again, I think like Occam's razor, right? Like I feel like a lot of your theories follow Occam's razor and is very like, okay, let's not, like the simplest explanation makes the most sense.
Yeah.
I feel like after they put out in the Veilguard this N7 trench coat, they put that helmet on intentionally. They said someone shepherded it to our doorstep and that it looked somehow familiar, that something an old friend would wear. even if it's not like an AI version of Shepherd or whatever, I can't see it not being Shep. Like they wouldn't they there has to be some truth to that, right? The fact it's also
I
from Harding,
mean,
I think, is an awesome nod to the Liara connection as well.
yeah, and I think that like also, you know, they're very clearly being like, oh, this jacket, the note is like, oh, does look like something an old friend would wear.
Mm-hmm.
It was shepherded in. Very, like I said, very clearly hinting towards Shepherd. But I think when I think about Mass Effect 5, I think one of my major concerns is if there is a new character, if we are jumping into the future, like Leona Rupert said, and the reason why I keep referencing that interview is because Leona Rupert, number one, she was at Game Informer at the time, and number two, she was very, very close with BioWare. Like that, she would not have said that if she wasn't told it. So when I think about what she said, I think the only thing that makes sense is a new character. And it's why a lot of my theories over like the last 2 years have always leaned that way. And again, I think it's like a dangerous situation where, okay, they're setting this up to be Shepard's jacket, which like it's very much implied by that note. So what is that? So, okay, if this is Shepard's jacket and we get a new N7 wearing it, I also think that's weird. Like, why did we never see Shepard in this? How would this new N7 have gotten this jacket that like Shepard, we never even saw them in? I don't know. I think it's weird. I think what they're doing right now is weird. I don't know how I feel about it. You know, does that make sense?
No, it makes sense. It makes complete sense because we've never seen this before. Which kind of makes me lean towards the simplest explanation is that we're supposed to just assume that this is Shepard. Right? Because like that's where they're kind of Shepard like they're trying to have us lean toward that direction. Because people were unsure last year. We all certainly got the Shepard feels. Like the way that they presented that N7 to us with that second tease, like you said, gave Shepard vibes. So
I agree.
There's too much adding up now for it not to be intentional, and I feel like they wouldn't be, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they wouldn't intentionally lead us down the wrong path.
See, that's where I have a problem agreeing, just because they kind of did that with Andromeda's marketing.
But they would have learned from that, right? Because there's no way that they could do that again.
Would they?
I
don't know.
So. I really hope so. I guess off of that, just to go off of that, I know that like obviously you've played through the Veilguard and everything like that. I vaguely saw a tweet. I know I haven't been scrolling or anything, but I saw a tweet that you had sent out about what you think the next Mass Effect is going to potentially look like because of things that happen in the Veilguard. I guess spoiler free. And as well as the things you've seen today, is there anything that you feel like will be influenced by what the Veilguard did?
Oh,
without spoilers.
That's hard to answer, but the main thing that I was saying when I said that was that Mass Effect 5 or the Veilguard very clearly did not want to. How do I word this so that it won't make people mad? Veilguard very clearly didn't want to override people's choices, which is both a mistake and a good thing. Yes, they didn't canonize anybody's choices. They didn't like, you know, paint broad strokes of like, okay, well, this person is actually, I don't want. Oh wait, you finished the main story, right?
I finished the main story and
you haven't played Trespasser?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'm not gonna say. Okay,
I know that Solus is like, I know stuff about Solus though, if that's what you wanted to.
So what I
know Solus is, and I guess I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. They left things vague enough of choices that happened in previous games. everything that was a previous game, like, reference was it was vague enough so that it didn't apply to a direct choice, but applied to like something more that everybody could have experienced in every playthrough, if that makes sense.
So they basically, so what you're saying is like the Veilguard tried to, they didn't give like a variedness in terms of the choice that you made. They tried to make it more across the board. Like I'm trying to think of an example in Mass Effect. Like instead of doing something specific with a choice you made about Garrus, they just kind of included Garrus.
Yeah,
Because everyone met him, that type of thing?
Yeah, they didn't address choices, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And anything that they did address, it was vague enough that it didn't apply to a choice. And I think that was a mistake. I've said several times, like, I think that was a mistake. I don't think they should have done that. I think that was a bad decision. I think that they should have applied choices more than they did and made them more relevant, even if it was just a codex entry. But the hard part with that is that Dragon Age is a series where each game has its own story, new protagonist, new set of choices. Whereas Mass Effect, the original trilogy, it is essentially one story. It's one story. Everything that you've done in the 3 games leads up to what you do in the final, in the ending of Mass Effect 3. And so you don't have all of these like tiny little decisions that Dragon Age does, where I feel like the Dragon Age series is easier to carry stuff over than the Mass Effect. So when I think about Mass Effect 5, I'm like, well, if they didn't want to carry those choices over in Veilguard, then I don't really see them doing that. Like, partly because they don't want to override people's choices. One of the interviews, they said, they don't want to canonize choices or make choices for people. Like, they spoke about how important it is that people feel like their choices weren't changed and were respected, even if they weren't mentioned. So when I think about Mass Effect 5, I think, okay, BioWare understands how important it is that people feel like their choices from the original trilogy still carry over. And that's why, to me, I don't know how they would ever bring back Shepherd, because they would have to canonize an ending. I don't see any way they could bring back Shepherd after a synthesized ending, after a control ending, after and yes, those are the less chosen choices, but not by much. People really have this obscure reality that everybody chooses to destroy, but that's not the case. They don't.
It's about 50%.
Yeah,
it's 50% split across the other endings type of thing.
Yeah. So, but again, and people are saying here in chat, override my choices and tell me a good story. There are people that are definitely going to feel like that. I totally get it. But there are also people who are not going to feel like that. And kind of BioWare's staple as a studio is that, yes, they've not always been perfect about respecting your choices, but majority of the time they try.
I guess
that's why I lean the way that I do.
Yeah. I guess because the entire main thing today is assuming that they're trying to tell us that the new N7 is Shepherd, and assuming that they're not going to try to canonize an ending based on stuff that happened in the Veilguard if the Mass Effect team kind of feels the same way, because it is a different leadership group.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So let's just assume though that maybe they won't want to canonize choices, which I think is fair. It is a choice-based RPG, where choices should matter. So with that, if they're trying to say this new N7 is Shepherd, then trying to take all the endings into account, I guess I'm more leaning towards the fact that it is some type of a synthetic version of Shep. Because obviously in synthesis and control, Shepherd got I'm thinking of the Spider-Man meme and the Mr. Stark, I'm not feeling so good. They got just turned into dust. essentially. So trying to make that work, like what if they're trying to take into account everybody's choice and honor everybody's choice by bringing back Shepherd in a kind of way that circumvents the endings entirely?
Okay,
Does that
but
make sense?
I
Like
think
they're bringing back like either a consciousness or something like that.
I think my problem with that is, why bring back Shepherd if it's not the Shepherd that we know? Why go through all those hoops to make a synthetic version if it's not going to be the actual Shepherd that we know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think when I think about like a synthetic version or even a clone, we've already been shown that just because it's a clone doesn't mean it's the same Shepherd.
Yeah.
Like the clone is
They're done
another
that.
like that's not Shepherd. They very clearly established that. So I don't know. I think it's like, I just think it's really hard to do. And honestly, like the team is under so much pressure to, you know, bring back Shepherd or not. I do not envy them.
No, yeah. I think that's the number one thing. Like people just want to know, is there going to be closure on that side of things, I guess? I guess like are you surprised that the tease that we got today was kind of linked to it? Like what did you think about the presentation? Because I found it a little bit difficult to keep up with everything just because I don't have, like, I haven't loaded into the game. Did the tease itself kind of surprise you? And
No, I think
did you
I
think that
expected,
it was good?
I think I kind of expected it because they've always done crossover armor for the series between Mass Effect and Dragon Age. Like they've always done that. Like the Dragon Age armor, the Blood Dragon armor is in Mass Effect. And like there's always been crossover between the series. So I'm not surprised. And the timing of it makes perfect sense too. I think that I'm disappointed that we didn't get any concept art. That's what I'm disappointed about. Like I feel like the last few years,
the concept art that actually really shocked me.
Yeah, I feel like the last few years, every year we've gotten like a tiny tease about the actual next game, and we didn't this year.
Yeah.
I just find that odd. Also, let me say something really. Brian, thank you for the $20. And Brian says, BioWare needs a home run for Mass Effect 5. To bring back is a grand slam if done the right way. A cloner AI Shepherd would be an easy way to bring him or her back. Crazy theory. The new Shepherd is a sibling like the Riders. Yeah, I don't see. Here's my thing.
I don't know though.
I don't want to play a Shepherd unless it's the Shepherd who survived the perfect destroy ending and lived. That is the only version of Shepherd that I want to play. I don't want an AI. I don't want a synthetic. I want a Shepherd. Like if it's not my Shepherd, I don't want it, I guess is how I feel.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. I think that's how a lot of people feel, you know, and I don't know if you saw like the unhinged theory that I released where I was like trying to make it work for everyone and like throwing out things like reincarnation potentially of like I don't even know, like of the synthesis and control endings. Like again, that's a stretch, right? Because technically that's not your OG Shepherd. Yeah, I'm just I guess with this tease I'm both apprehensive about where they might be taking the bringing Shepherd back angle, because I'm not sure we can see what they did today and view it as anything other than I think that Shepherd is coming back. We just don't know how, we don't know why, we don't know in what capacity. But yeah, I think that just based on boots on the ground, like us two seeing a lot of comments on our videos and stuff, I think that if Shepherd comes back and it isn't our Shepherd, it's an evil version or something, that would kind of rub people the wrong way. So
I do, yeah. I do too. I just think it's it's just dangerous to bring back Shepherd in any capacity for like several reasons. Number one, if you bring it back and it's not people's Shepherd, like how I said, you know, I don't want to play a Shepherd unless it's my Shepherd. But then also, this is a new writing team. How do you, well, some of it is, like Mary DeMarle is new.
Yeah.
How do you bring back Shepherd and make sure that you can stay true to exactly how people know Shepherd to be? How do you, like, what if they brought Shepherd back and they have a bad personality? What if they brought Shepherd back and you don't feel that same personality? Like, and what if they bring Shepherd back and have to canonize choices? There's so many dangerous hoops they'd have to go through to make it. Yeah, I don't know. I do agree though. Like, I definitely agree that it's today what they released with the note and stuff. It's very clearly showing that, like, hey, this is about Shepherd. Like, that is undeniable. I super agree with that. Someone also told me to look at the item descriptions. Does anybody have that by chance?
Yes. So the helmet is called Command Helmet, I believe. And the armor set is called Spectre of Past
Battles Past.
Battles Past. And Spectre is spelled like a ghost spectre, not like Spectre. Yeah. So now I'm wondering.
Okay, I've got the image. Hold on.
Like, I'm wondering if the naming of the armor is trying to say, hey, this new N7 has some type of a, like, consciousness or something of our old Shepherds, and that's the capacity they're bringing Shepherd back. Like, to me, that kind of rubs me the wrong way. Where I'm wondering, like, you know, if it's called Spectre of Battles Past, is that the type of thing where we reload our you know, our legendary edition file or whatever up on the new game, and this new N7, which might be Shepherd, that's who has, like, that's how our Shepherd will be represented. Just
see, that is so fascinating that is your reading of this, because mine is the opposite. I see Spectre of Battles Past and it says Beyond the Stars. I think that this means to me that Shepherd is gone. Like, to me, it's like Battles Past. Like, this is from the past. Beyond the Stars, like, this is something that existed for someone a long time ago, and this is the past. Like, to me, that's how I interpret it. So again, they've left things very, like, open-ended, but that's how I interpret it.
I guess, like, I also just love the fact that we're always on the complete opposite ends of the spectrum. I know. We're always like there's no middle ground. It's either one or the other. But, like, for me, okay, if I could just try attempt my money attempts at trying to convince you, we have seen the new N7 specifically in teases for the next Mass Effect. So wouldn't they be trying to imply that it's not a past thing? Like, I understand that it says, like, past and all that, but they literally took time in the Veilguard to apply that helmet, apply the trench coat and everything to make it look identical to the new N7. And then just
I totally agree. It's like how do you look at this and not think that it's not exactly the N7 from the trailer? With everything that has been said about this game, with that interview, with Gamble in the past saying that Shepard's story is over, I just have a really hard time, like, thinking that they will bring Shepherd back. Like, it's still very hard for me to be like, yeah, they're going to do that. Like, I am still so far from that. If anything, I think if they do it, it'll be because, like, they need money and it will, like, sell because Shepherd is a moneymaker. They know that.
But, like, would it sell if they misuse Shepherd? Like, that would be broken.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That, like, there's just so much room to piss people off.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm still leaning towards it not being Shepherd. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We'll see in like 5 years.
Yeah. We'll have another stream and be like, oh, hey, finally figured this out. In the description, because I think someone in the chat, I don't know if this is accurate. Let me know.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, no problem. I don't know if I'm muted on Cala's stream or anything like like that. Let me just get to, I assume that she has muted me. Somebody over here, tag me stuff. Aaron, am I the only one that considers this N7 could be Shepherd when you complete blue or green ending and you get to play him as some sort of AI? Yeah, like it could be. It definitely could be. I feel like they would circumvent that. Like they're trying to circumvent the endings, you know? So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I appreciate the thought regardless. And also Reckless Gaming, thank you so much for the $2. Bring back Drew Karpyshyn and Mac Walters to write. Yeah, Drew Karpyshyn's probably not coming back because he is currently working on or sorry, I think I always pronounce his name wrong. I think it's Karpyshyn. I googled it once. Karpyshyn. He's working on Exodus. So yeah, I don't think that there's any way. I legit though read all his books on Mass Effect. So good. It is so good. Also welcome in hi from Sri Lanka. Thank you so much for being here. And that's wild. That is absolutely wild. Hope you're having an awesome N7 day. Yeah, and also Mac Walters is starting his own studio. So yeah. Also, Shockage, thank you so much for the $5. So is the jacket being shepherded to Dragon Age from the Fade and or Veil or Spirit World? Would that imply Shepherd's spirit is passing the torch? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, I do not know. Like, I'm gonna make some videos. I'm gonna try to dissect everything. We obviously like there's a lot here in the note. Can somebody confirm, is this paragon of leadership thing accurate? Is this the note in the thing? A modern practical fit makes this the perfect armor for operatives trusted with command, and then beyond the stars of the tag. I don't know what the tag means necessarily. Beyond the stars though. Cool. Beyond the stars, because I feel like that's totally multiverse-y, am I right?
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
Kidding. That's a stretch. Okay, hello.
My my senior dog, he sleeps a lot, so I just let him stay in bed however long he wants under the covers. And then he starts like screaming like a banshee when he wants to get up, so I had to.
Oh,
he was freaking out.
No worries.
I missed a super, so 1 second.
No worries.
Brian says Shepherd became biosynthetic in Mass Effect 2, so a synthetic Shepherd in Mass Effect 5 is not that far of a stretch. Plus, Miranda brought back everyone Shepherd before, so why not again? What do you mean everyone Shepherd? Also, yeah, I mean, I do think that like Shepherd probably has like a longer lifespan than most people because of their synthetic, the Lazarus Project, and maybe Shepherd can survive more than most. I just don't know how that, like, if the game is, you know, more than 600 years into the future, Shepherd wouldn't be able to live that long. So, yeah, I don't know. Also, what were you reading? When I sat down, you said that you were looking at something?
Yep. So I'm not sure. Somebody in chat posted the description of the armor set, and it says Paragon of Leadership, a modern practical fit. Is that the description of it?
Does anybody have a screenshot of that? I just see the Spectre of Battles Past.
Okay. If you pop over, yeah, I don't have a screenshot. I only have, it says there's a tag for the armor that says like Beyond the Stars. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if it's accurate.
Yeah, I only see the this one.
Here, let me open up
do you see it anywhere?
Oh yeah, I see it. Formal enough to and then
can you put it in the Discord?
Oh wait, the thing that I have?
Oh, Alex, you posted all of them in the Discord? Let me see.
Here, I'm just gonna do this DM directly to you. I don't know if this is accurate. That's the thing that I was sent.
I've got him.
Okay,
Paragon of Leadership, a modern practical fit, makes this the perfect armor for operatives trusted with command. Beyond the Stars. Here is this one. Oh, this is the version without the coat.
Ooh, and then the command helmet says the mark of leadership and
Accentuated stripe.
Accentuated, thank you. Stripe of color of blood serves as a reminder of the lost. Ooh.
Interesting. I do think though that we are like probably reading way too much into this. But that's fun.
This is basically our channel.
Yeah, that's like
so
that's
to
what
read.
We do. People should know that by now.
Yeah, we just add to the description. We are reading too much into it, and we know, and we accept that. Yeah, I don't know. Command helmet, paragon of leadership. There's yeah. I mean, it could be just Mass Effect references, but
it's all suspicious, and I think that they know that it is. Like they know, like yeah. I bet Gamble probably oversaw this and knows what is in here and what they wrote. Yeah.
What do you think about?
Interesting to me.
No, yeah. I think it's all extremely intentional, which is why I'm wondering. I know that this is going to be unhinged, but
lay it on me. What is it?
Part of it. Yeah, the first part of it, right? Where it says, I guess this chest got lost in the fade. Do you think that that's just simply like a way to just give the chest to us? Or do you think that could mean they might do a DA Mass Effect crossover? Because I've seen a few comments on my videos being like, do you think they're going to do a DA? Yeah, like a literal crossover.
No, there's no way. Also, I think that while I love Dragon Age, I think that the team has been working on it for so fucking long that they're probably ready to move on.
Yeah.
Like, I think that they have been working on this for so fucking long that they're absolutely ready to see, to like not see Dragon Age anymore. I mean, and that's not to say that they don't like the series or anything like that. I'm just like, when you work on something for so long and then you get the opportunity to do something new, I'm sure they're all excited to do that.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. I mean, the fact that they said no DLC and stuff like that, like from the get-go, I think is very much an indication of, okay, we're done with this. You know, this is yours. Like, I assume it's very similar to you know, you work on a project for 10 years, but then your fans kind of are only getting to see it after you're feeling like probably pretty burnt out by it and just wanting to get it done. Like, so yeah, I'm sure that after the patches and stuff like that have everything working and all that, they're definitely just gonna move on. Are you surprised by the lack of, I mean, obviously like no concept art and stuff like that, but the lack of blog post kind of just mentioning?
Yeah, I'm bummed, like, to be honest.
I thought that we would get at least like a, hey, production will be starting soon. Like just something. It seemed like so small to me. It was shocking.
Mr. Fight Monster, will you link Sam Hulick's tweet? Sorry to change the topic.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It sounds like Sam Hulick is talking about the music for the TV show on Twitter, so that's interesting. Yeah, I am a bit bummed out by the blog post. I think that, like I said before, like, I just feel like every year we've been getting a tiny tease, like, for the next game. And this is the first year where they're not actually mentioning the next game. So it's weird to me. Like, the teases, the stuff that we got, like, and I understand they said that this year was going to be quieter, but it feels odd.
Really quiet.
Yeah, it feels odd.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they really didn't want to take any of the thunder away from like the Veilguard's release and the fact that they linked it directly to the Veilguard and stuff like that. But I don't know, like obviously your channel is heavily Dragon Age. Like you covered Dragon Age, you have a ton of videos on your thing. I don't cover Dragon Age at all. So a lot of, you know, my community was like, what's going on? You know, like if you didn't have the Veilguard, you basically didn't know what was happening. So I feel like that was also a little bit of a, like if you don't follow Dragon Age at all, you essentially missed out on the
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
That was, Like I have the game, I just haven't even booted it up yet. Like, so I felt a little bit lost there. But yeah, I think that definitely, it was disappointing that I kind of had to wait for everybody else that had the game to boot things up and stuff like that. But
Yeah, this N7
yeah.
day was for fans of both Dragon Age and Mass Effect,
Not
not for just Mass Effect fans.
Yeah, which I
Which
found
is
surprising.
a bummer. Like I really, I mean,
Yeah.
the day's not over. Maybe Gamble will tease something later. I don't know,
I'm
but
curious, like there's basically nothing. Like I'm scrolling through my like the things that has dropped. I think one of my community members said like, isn't it kind of weird that they themselves haven't announced the TV series?
yeah, that is
It was technically from
interesting too.
Variety. So like, is anything else gonna drop? I remember last year Gamble said something, right? Where he was like, thank you so much to the fans and stuff like that. So we kind of knew it was over. Now we're kind of in limbo. Like Gamble hasn't been tweeting a lot. The Mass Effect.
We can't see his likes either.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm so mad about that.
Oh man, no, that's like an entire bit
There
of
was-
research
yeah.
destroyed.
There was so much juicy stuff in there. Prime Number,
I'm curious.
thank you for the $5. And Prime Number actually asked an interesting question, which is why I'm bringing it up now. They say, could this jacket be a trial balloon to test the temperature of fan reactions by monitoring discussions such as this one? I think that Athari and I have been saying the same thing for a while now. The discussions really haven't changed, I don't think. I feel like we're just saying new versions of the same things. You know what I mean? So I feel like this far into pre-development for the game, this far into the game's conceptualizing. I mean, Mary DeMarle has been there for 2 years. She's the main writer. She's been there for 2 years. They've been working on Mass Effect 5 since 2019, talking about it since 2008 and 18. So I think they know. Like, this discussion not helpful to them because they already know. They already know what we're feeling. I think especially Gamble, like we've spoken about. Gamble is super tuned into the fandom.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really think they're gauging people's interest anymore. I think everything is unchanged with that.
I don't think, because I've seen it quite often. I put a poll on the channel where I was like, do you think that what they're doing is intentional or that they're kind of just putting things out there and seeing what sticks? And I think they have a plan.
Intentional. Yeah.
Yeah. Like looking at all of the stuff that like a couple articles on the Veilguard saying that it was the one Dragon Age that was very intentional about the way that they went about things. I think that that's the direction that the next Mass Effect's going to, because they released the huge Game Awards trailer in 2020. And then last year, like I think it was on November 6th of last year, Gamble said that they intentionally put a whole bunch of things in there about what they have planned for the next Mass Effect. So and that was back in 2020. Like it's been 4 years since then.
They have a plan. Yeah.
They're not spitballing. They're not just being like, oh, hey, let's release a new N7 and see what everybody thinks. Like they're trying to direct us to think a certain way. So yeah, I think they have a plan, but I'm surprised at the lack of tease this year. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little disappointing. And I'm not even sure, like, will something else drop? Like it's now like 11:30 my time. I'm pretty sure by around this time, or it wrapped up by 12:30 last year. I can't quite remember. But I feel like the last tease like didn't. Oh, you know what? I think it might have dropped like 1 or something. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like if this is just it, that it is a little bit disappointing, especially locking it behind the Veilguard. But yeah, I think that it's going to be incredibly hard to make a ton of content from this. Just speaking from like as a content creator. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was honestly expecting something to like last year's thing, to just the N7 image to like tide us over speculation and theorizing
Yeah.
and like keeping the conversation around Mass Effect 5 going. But yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't feel like there's like, I'll probably make a few videos, not necessarily about stuff that was dropped today, just about Mass Effect in general, and then like
Yeah.
hopefully Exodus is ramping up next month.
Yeah.
I am disappointed. I will fully admit. Even though they said like it's going to
Yeah.
be a quieter thing, I still was expecting a tease for Mass Effect 5.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I'm just sorry. I'm just looking at the Mass Effect news, Twitter and stuff like that and trying to keep up with everything. But yeah, I'm seeing the tweet. So I don't think Sam Hulick is confirmed to
oh yeah,
be
what did
doing
he
the
say?
music. He just said, Sam Hulick said, "Happy N7 Day, everyone. I'm eternally grateful to the Mass Effect team and franchise that put me on the map and kickstarted my career as a composer." And then someone asked, "Will you be producing some music for the TV show?" And they responded, "It's up to the powers that be." So not a confirmation of Sam Hulick returning. Um,
I will fully say
yeah.
that one I saw a tweet yesterday that was like, "Thank you for Hans Zimmer for making the music for the next Mass Effect," because
Uh,
I don't like Veilguard's music. I think it is okay. I think it's
right.
mid. It's very generic, and to be totally honest, a lot of it sounds like Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
There are specific moments where I was like, this is sci-fi music. This is not fantasy music.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me really think about how with Mass Effect 5, it's so important that they capture the things that Mass Effect is known for. And I am hoping that Sam Hulick, Jack Wall, like I hope that they
Mm-hmm.
pull some of that music that we know without making it sound generic. That is one of my
Yeah,
big that is one of my big complaints about Veilguard, is that I really just thought the music was just, it was like,
it wasn't.
it wasn't Dragon Age to me. It was just music
Mm,
that like you could find in any action game. It's not
right.
bad music, it's just music. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to play it to find out. I don't really know.
Yeah,
But
I think that um it's just the BioWare gear store. Yeah, so
also just
I was disappointed about that. Also wait, I
okay.
think I missed a super chat.
I got a super chat here as well. Thank you so much, Reckless, for the $2. The jacket belongs to Shepard and Liara's baby.
Oh my god.
Don't tell Kala that.
I hate that theory so much. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't. I'm not fond of it, but I like the sentiment of just like that's what the fandom wants. You know? Like I feel like nobody in the fandom is like, yeah, bring back Shepard and make them evil. Like everyone's like, no, blue babies and like, what about Tally's house on Rannoch and Shepard helping her build it? Like I feel like
People
that's
want connections. Like
well,
I think people really
yeah.
want, and not only that, people want connections, and people want to feel like their journey with Shepard mattered, and it something good came out of it. We never
Mhm.
got to really see what the galaxy looks like after whatever Shepard's choice is. And I think that weighs on people. Like, I know it does for me. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, these slides are like helpful,
Mm,
but I don't feel like we got to see a ton of how the galaxy at large is really.
affected.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I never really felt like Shepard's decision was as impactful as they wanted it to be.
Which kind of maybe leans into what the Veilguard made you feel like in terms of I made this choice and the
Veilguard,
impact of it isn't there.
without spoilers, Veilguard was, and I know that there are people who don't like Veilguard. That's totally fine. I stand by what I said about Veilguard. Act 3 is one of BioWare's best ever. Don't care if you disagree. It's amazing. And the game itself gave me closure. And I think that is something that is missing from the trilogy, is closure. I don't feel like I ever got it.
Yeah. Which is why if they go the route of bringing back an potential synthetic version of Shepherd, evil version of Shepherd, whatever.
But is that
I don't think
closure?
that would fit with closure. No.
Yeah, that's not closure. I really do think that, okay, so Dragon Age is like very much like BioWare games are always centered around emotion. There's like there's a theme, there's a target thing that they want you to feel playing the story. And the story is always the most important part of Dragon Age. I mean of BioWare games, period.
Yeah.
And with Dragon Age, it very much makes you the emotions that they spoke about the game conveying are fucking there. They're there. They're there. If anybody, like, if you've played Act 3, they're there. And to me, that's really important with Mass Effect 5 is I hope that they, like, it's going to be fun to, like, go and explore and, like, be back in the Mass Effect universe. But I'm hoping that they can capture an emotion. And maybe that emotion is loss. Maybe that emotion is grieving and moving on and feeling okay with past decisions and feeling okay with letting things go. That has always been the impression that I've gotten from that first trailer. The one of Liara looking down at the N7 helmet. To me, the way she smiles, it's never been about the way that she like finds it and is like, ooh, I found something, we can find Shepherd with this. It's always been about like a quiet reflection of like she's remembering her time with Shepherd. That's how I've always interpreted it. And I think that's has enforced all of my theories and opinions since then. So if they do go that route, I hope they can capture it, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I find that super interesting because I just basically tried to put together all the teases, and when you look at it all like holistically, they keep teasing things like Ilium and Thessia and places we know. In that trailer, which was completely intentional, said by Mike Gamble, the trailer showed the Milky Way, it showed Andromeda, tweeted so many times like everything we're doing is intentional. So I would personally be really surprised if it was about just moving on, like the next Mass Effect's plot just about moving on, because everything that they're giving us the impression at least that they're trying to give closure. I think just based on everything that I've analyzed so far. But then of course things like this come along with the tease today where it's like, okay, you're trying to lead us in the direction that the N7 last year is somewhat connected to Shepherd. And it just kind of it doesn't blow holes in the we're gonna get closure theory. But it feels like it's out of left field. And I'm just so curious, like if you're right and it's about like loss and grief and stuff like that, if they had to go with a synthetic version of Shepherd, like I could do a poll right now, like when I'm live, I'm not sure anybody would go for that. Yeah. So again, like this is all just we don't know anything. We don't know anything, and I'm just hoping that, again, since Mike Gamble has his finger on the pulse of this fan base, that I think he said before, right? We're gonna do right by fans. I think there's no way he could both say that and then be like, hey, look, guys, your Shepherd's back as a synthetic version. Like, that's how we're gonna circumvent the endings and all that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's, I think I'm I wish we got something more than what we got.
Me
I
too.
think that's the
Me
one.
too.
Like, I think I'm feeling a little bit more worried today than I was before N7 Day started, because I think if we had just gotten a blog post, like even just something simple as
I
we're
just
still
wanted
working on
I
it
just
and
wanted
like
some
just reassurance.
concept art.
Yeah, like even if it just had nothing in it, but just a concept art of a planet. I don't even care if it's in the next game. Just give us something. So, yeah, I don't know. Gamble has replied to um
The Baldur's Gate 3.
oh man, I'm blanking on his name. Yeah, Douse. I
Cromwell.
think is his last name. Yeah, Cromwell.
Yeah, I saw that.
So like the fact that he's replying to these things but isn't saying like, "Okay guys, that's it. Everybody go home." I'm just like, "Now what?" Like I guess this is it, right? They said it was going to be quieter and
I think this is
this
it.
is it.
I do think this is it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I wish it was more. I wanted to see more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am. And I think it's also like, you know, I love watching your videos because our theories are very different. And
Completely.
they're very different. If anything, they're like the opposite of each other.
They're completely the opposite. Like you could put everything on our theories on the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, and I think that's so interesting, and that's part of why it's so fun to watch, because we approach it very differently, and also like anything is possible still, and that's why it's so fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can literally take the exact same tease and view it completely differently, which we do, right? So
yeah, and also let me shout out 2 things in my chat really quickly.
No problem.
Rolo Tomasi, thank you for the 6. Shit, I don't know what that symbol is for. Euros?
I've seen currency and I'm just like, I don't know what this
Same.
is. So
I
just leave a number and I'm like, thank you.
Thank you for 6. Gotta run. Thanks and have fun. Thanks for watching. And then Philippe's, thank you for the 2 US American dollars that I can recognize. I feel the game would be a hunt for Shepherd. Maybe. I know a lot of people have kind of taken that for, you know, what they have seen from the trailers and the kind of the vibe that they're getting. And I get it. I know why people feel that way. It's definitely possible. I have no idea. And I'm sad that we didn't get concept art to like analyze. That is really fun about N7 Day.
Yeah.
And there's no voice actor stream this year. There's not, there's no concept art to analyze. There's no Mass Effect 5 teases actually at all, basically.
Like this is basically it. So yeah, it is a little bit disappointing. And also thank you so much, Oleg, for becoming a Paragon Light member. Enjoy the elusive hamster emotes. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I think the lack of concept art is definitely getting to me. But yeah, I feel like, do you think that because it was quieter, could we expect
something later?
Quiet Game Awards? Yeah, like do you think a Game Awards trailer could drop and they're just not saying anything? Because I don't know. I feel like the next Mass Effect is on everyone's minds now that the Veilguard's over, and to do absolutely nothing by the end of the year, it seems a little bit strange. Like, are we expecting something in the first quarter of 2025? Like, it seems like radio silence, like strangely radio silent right now.
I want to say no for 2 reasons. Number 1, the Mass Effect team has been working very closely to help finish Dragon Age. I don't think they've had enough resources to make a new trailer. It requires a lot of work, and trailers take a lot of time. I don't think that BioWare has had the resources to finish Veilguard and to make a new trailer for a game that is not going to be released for 3 or 4 more years minimum. I don't think the timing makes sense, and I also think if they do release another trailer that's just another tease and is no confirmation, and the game isn't out for several years, it's just going to piss people off. Yeah. I think people would just be mad. I think people would be mad at having to wait longer. I think people would be mad about not getting confirmation if Shepherd is or isn't returning. Like, I think that people would just be mad. I also fully expect Exodus at the Game Awards. And I don't think that these two games should be contending each other. I think that Exodus should shine right now, and in a few years when Mass Effect is ready, then they should ramp it up.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm a little shocked that that one article said that the Mass Effect show is in production
I'm not, because
because
it was like first like leaked, I
rumored.
guess, in 2021.
Yeah, but like, do you think that that means like we could get the TV show before the next Mass Effect, and that was
Oh
always going to
yeah,
be the plan?
that's what I expect. I fully expect, like,
Mm,
and I think we're seeing that with like even Exodus right now. Their secret level show
right.
comes out on December 10th. The game doesn't even have a release date yet. I think that is the proper way to do it. I think the proper way to do it is make a show, make a media tie-in. You know, the Exodus also just had the Archimedes engine, and BioWare has done that before with Mass Effect. They had like comics come out, books come out before
Yeah,
the
books come
game.
out.
So that is what I expect. Yeah. This is
Gotcha.
what I'm expecting for the next few years. I'm expecting Exodus next year.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, maybe some humanoid origin news on Casey Hudson's sci-fi RPG.
Yeah.
And then I don't know when that'll be ready. Maybe that one will be ready before Mass Effect, since they haven't had to like switch projects. And then maybe Humanoid comes out. If not, I do think Humanoid will come out before Mass Effect 5. But then after that,
They've been working on it longer.
yeah, they've been working on it for a while. And then I expect the Mass Effect show, and then I expect Mass Effect 5.
Mm.
And
That would be
previous
wild.
Amazon shows have taken 3 years to be made. So
With starting production, at the
Yep.
start of production.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at a 2027 release potentially for the new Mass Effect
For
show.
the new Mass Effect. Yeah, that is what I expect. Yep.
Okay.
And I think in the meantime we might learn a few things, like maybe the casting choice or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything at this point would be great, considering the lack of info we got, I guess, today. Also just shouting out ID89, thank you so much for the $7. Message for both of us. Thank you both for always bringing the great content. I can't get away from the end of Mass Effect 3. Okay, one more story plus perfect destroy. You know, yeah, I think that's what haunts us all. The potential promise of the one more story and just that Shepherd breath at the end. I think that breath has haunted us all.
No, it does. I totally get it. But also, Gamble saying that Shepard's story is over was after that. So I think that's why, like, it's hard for me to be like, yeah, Gamble's going to bring back Shepherd, when he's the one who was first like, hey, we're done.
When did he say that? Like, when was that?
I think it was before Andromeda, and it was after Mass Effect 3. I don't remember the exact I don't remember the exact date.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious about when that was said, because now we're seeing things like shepherded it to our doorstep, and you know, like all of these hints to our shepherd. So
I'm sure you could probably,
really hope.
Let me see if I can Google it and find it. I know it exists.
If it was on,
you said it.
If it was on his Twitter, you can. I have a.
It wasn't his Twitter. It was an
thing.
article.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then that makes it different. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, somebody in the chat here, we're going to have empty N7 days for another 4 years. I really don't think so. Like, I think this N7 day was just quieter because it was so, like, they listed their reason because it was so close to the Veilguard's launch, you know? So, and Mass Effect's next up on the docket list for BioWare. So I don't think so. I think today was definitely disappointing, but I don't think in future it is going to be like this, because they understand, like, just the impact of things that they can do today. Like, yeah, I'm just, you know, it is a little bit, it's obviously significantly less than last year. And I think that if we didn't have last year's being so exciting with the countdowns and all of that, I think that played into the disappointment this year for sure. It just felt like so little, you know. So Somebody in the chat is saying that the story about my Gamble saying Shepherd's story is done is on GameSpot. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah, maybe. It was an official interview, so that I'm not... Yeah, that sounds about right. Does anybody have a link to it?
I don't know. It must be like from years ago, so I have no idea.
Okay, let me look at some super chats. Let me look at my chat really quick.
Yeah, no problem.
Byron Lloyd says, I still have hope, and thank you for the $30.99. I don't know what A is. I wish I knew things, but thank you.
Here, A
I still have hope. You know what? I respect it. I think I'm dead inside, and I don't have hope. I would love to, but thank you for having enough for both of us. And then Drake with the 100, thank you. And Drake says, I think that the new Mass Effect is going to act like a soft reboot much like Veilguard. Close some old plot threads while establishing the new status quo moving forward. They won't do a big time jump because of that. See, I totally agree, but I think they're going to do the time jump because of that. I think a time jump makes it easier to move past the choices.
Did you see my unhinged take about the backwards time travel?
Was it in a video or was it in your stream today?
No, it was in a video. The all the Mass Effect 5 teases explained by one theory video. It was like buried in there.
I don't think I've actually seen. I've seen every single one of your videos, but maybe I just don't remember that one.
It's like the latest one. It's like 55 minutes long.
Wait, the one with Shepherd. I mean, with Ryder on the thumbnail.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I watched
Shepherd
that one.
And Ryder on the... Okay, yeah. So like, if you look at the black hole in the Helios cluster, it says that it's a Kerr black hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you Google around, like I did, and just went down a literal a rabbit hole / black hole of information about Kerr black holes, that allows for time travel to the past or future. So yeah, just basics of the theory was that potentially the Andromeda crew could go back in time because it's a Kerr black hole in the middle of the Helios cluster. But it's okay. You don't have to respond. I can hear the disappointment across the line.
No. I actually, in my dark energy theory, in my dark energy video that I did a while ago, I spoke about the black holes because there is two black holes that could potentially connect and could potentially mean time travel. Like it could.
Yeah.
It's not. I have never ruled out time travel. I don't think it's the way that I want the story to go, but I've never ruled it out as being a possibility. I definitely think it could be, especially with, like, even the Scourge is like tiny fragments of time travel. Like, that's what the Scourge is. It's time, like, bending, and it's like the possibilities are there.
Yeah. And Gamble liked that video that you made, right? That was discussing like wormholes and stuff.
Yep. So
like that to me is like huge. Shark Asian, thank you so much for the $2. August 30th, 2011 Shep's done. Wait, is that the title of the thing? Is that the title of the... Oh, sorry. It's just a chat message. I don't know if this is what you need to Google.
Okay, let me
August 30th, 2011 Shep's done. No, wait, but that doesn't make sense because it released in 2012. What? For the Gamble article.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a couple people in here. Okay, yeah, never mind.
I cannot find the article. I can't
find it either. People in my chat have the link. I don't allow links. Just for obvious reasons. So I can't get it. Yeah.
Maybe it's there.
March 2017. There we go. Michael Gamble on returning to Mass Effect and cutting ties to Shepherd, March 2017.
And yes, this is like a comment from a long time ago.
But
I think that I still think it holds weight. I mean, I know that it's...
I got it.
But, you know, again, BioWare has not, like, Anthem, Andromeda, not good launches. Like, they did well financially, but they are not well-received games. So maybe they do bring back Shepherd. Maybe Shepherd is a Hail Mary. Like, they absolutely could do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm curious. I'm curious after today, like, where they're going to take it. Because, yeah, I'm just like, that's just crazy. Also, thank you so much, Brian, for the $20. Right now, rabbit holes are all we can do at this point. Sometimes it can be fun. Yeah, like, I think if anything to take out of today, like, yes, it was disappointing, but that doesn't, like, I'm not less enthused about the next Mass Effect. I understand the circumstances that the team kind of had. And yeah, I guess they're all like working on like the patches and stuff like that for the Veil Guard. So I really think that maybe they just couldn't get together the blog post, and maybe they just didn't have concept art to share. Like, a lot of the Mass Effect team worked on the Veil Guard in its last few stages. Like, I think we saw Michael Tucker working on the one of the trailers that released. So like Mary DeMarle was working on Vows and Vengeance on the podcast. So basically, like, a lot of the team moved over. We don't know if any of the veteran team moved over, the concept artists and stuff like that. So who knows? Like, I think we'll just take it as it is and assume that it's done. I mean, it's almost like 12 p.m. here, so I feel like probably nothing else is gonna drop. Yeah, is there anything else you wanted to add before signing off?
I do want to say that, and I want to word this carefully.
Okay.
I loved the story of Dragon Age Veilguard. There is a lot of things that I would have done differently. There's a lot of things that I would have changed. There's things I don't like. But the story's fucking awesome. Okay, and Act 3, like I said, is one of BioWare's best. But I do hope that BioWare takes some of the actual genuine criticism, like from people like Mr. Holthen. He made a totally fair review on Veilguard. And I think he represents a lot of fans that want something grittier from BioWare. And I get it. I want that too. Like, I think that Veilguard, and this is a problem with Dragon Age as a whole. I already said this. Like, every iteration, it's trying to appeal to a new type of audience while also appealing to the old fans by, like, retaining the characters and the lore and the story. But each game has a different style, a different combat system, a different RPG system. And that's so frustrating as a fan. And I think that Mass Effect 5 really needs to bring back the edges, the hard edges. Like, there is a lot of messed up stuff in Dragon Age, but I wish I could be mean to companions. I wish there was a renegade morality system. I wish that we could make evil choices. I love playing Renegade. And I think that's like the main thing that I hope to see return for Mass Effect 5 is I want to see, especially with this character that we see here. This character looks like they could be up to no good. They look like they could, like, this tone of this trailer is like very much like, I'd say this is like a Renegade trailer. Like, this looks like a character who could lean Renegade is, I guess, what I'm trying to say. So I really hope that they... I do hope that they take some of the criticism that people have said, the actual criticism. There's a lot of stupid shit that people are saying too.
Yeah.
That's just like, shut the fuck up. Some of that stuff is so fucking stupid. But the actual genuine criticism of people who want to love these games, it's there. And I do hope that they listen. I think that Mike Gamble does, but yeah. But for me, that's like the main thing that I really want to see return is like the morality, the darker, like the grittier, the more nuanced aspect. But for you, what do you really want to see in Mass Effect 5? You know, you've played you've played the original trilogy, you've played Andromeda. What do you want to see? Like, aside from Shepard, let's not talk about Shepard, but what do you really want to see?
Yeah, I mean, I knew what you were teeing up, and the first word that came to mind was closure. which does include Shepherd and all of that. But so much of it for me is closure, because I feel like what you said about the Veilguard and just kind of Dragon Age, just each iteration kind of being extremely different. That's not what I want for Mass Effect. Like
Same.
I want there to be so much of what happened in Andromeda. Like there weren't a lot of major choices or consequences in Andromeda, is what it felt like, at least to me. I want Mass Effect to be similar to the trilogy where, yeah, I'm going to kill the Arachnite Queen, and then I'm going to have to deal with that consequence in Mass Effect 3. And I'm going to go on something epic like a suicide mission and potentially lose a bunch of people, and then have to deal with a bunch of new characters in a later iteration. Like I want Mass Effect to get back to that at the very least. But in general, like the first thing when you asked me, it's definitely closure. It's closure for like I personally don't want to see like a random main character, because I feel like that would kind of take away from just telling us what happened with our previous choices and providing those consequences for us. Because again, like Mass Effect and Dragon Age are probably the first games that I've played from the huge like choice and consequence like action RPG genre. So to have the trilogy as kind of like the backbone of what I really liked about this type of genre, I want that back. I want the choice and consequence back. And especially with everything that has come before, I want to know like what's happened with Ryder. Like just close it out. Even though Andromeda wasn't my most favorite game in the world, just let me know.
I think
like,
that's
what
fair.
happened with the Angara? What happened with Ryder? Even like obviously they are hinting at something with Shepherd. Just give me something. And yeah, I'm hoping like from what I've tried to piece together that that's something that they're gonna do. But again, it could very well swing the complete opposite way, like you said. And it's about loss, it's about grief, and it's about moving on from those choices. So yeah, I'm curious. I am curious about which angle they're going to take. And yeah, I think out of today, the one thing I am most excited for is the announcement of I mean, it's not even an official announcement, but the TV show. Like the fact that somebody felt like they could schedule this in for N7 Day about the TV show, that gets me excited.
Yeah, I think like ultimately, like I think we both want the same thing. We want a thought-provoking story.
Yeah, just make me feel something.
Make me feel something, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think that's what, whenever you hear and see in like in all of our comments, like on videos, like old BioWare's gone, they've moved on and all that. Bring back that make me feel something feeling. And I think if they can do that, then it's going to be good. And I'm super excited about playing the Veilguard, specifically because you said that Act 3 was one of the best. Because yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to in Act 3, put me on the edge of my seat and just, I have to play it to the end. So yeah, I am looking forward to that as well. Okay, I got a couple super chats, but I guess I can just we can just leave it there. Yeah, anything you just want to add at the end?
No, I think that's it. I think both of us feel the same, and I think we're both kind of disappointed with this N7 Day.
Yeah, disappointed, like understanding why it's quieter, but it was very quiet.
Yeah,
I think we underestimated the amount of quiet.
I know. I was really hoping that Gamble would post something on, just a picture. Come on.
Give me one pixel of something.
There's still time.
I would have taken anything.
There's still time, Gamble. You can do it. Still 12. Has he posted anything else?
Nothing. Literally, he just replied to Cromwell, and I think that's it. So yeah, I've been checking.
He's like, wow, he's not even around for today. What the
I know. I don't know. It's radio silence. I wonder if he's like, he has a scheduled tweet for like 11:59 p.m.
Oh my God.
That would be something he would do, is the hilarious thing. But
he would, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks so much, Kala, for hopping on, and hopefully by this time next year we'll have a lot more to talk about.
God, I hope so. Yeah.
And Yeah. If there's anything crazy that happens, like actual official news about the, the new show or something, maybe we could chat again.
Oh my gosh, this is actually funny. Yesterday, someone asked him if there was going to be N7 armor for Rook, and Gamble replied this morning.
Yeah, lol.
That's funny.
It's good. They called it. They finally called it. Alrighty, Kala.
All right. Well, unfortunately, not much to talk about today. Not much to dissect. Nothing to analyze. Yeah. Kind of bummed, but oh wait, let me ask you. What do you want to see for a TV show?
Ooh, what do I want to see for TV show? I went over how in the past, I think we've discussed this the last time. I really liked how The Last of Us like chose to hone in on, Joel and Ellie and all of that. Obviously, there's not a lot to like in Mass Effect. If they had to do something similar with Shepard, obviously problems of canonizing gender and all of that. So I do think that it's a better idea to do something completely unrelated, like almost like a like what Fallout did, where it's not like fully following like the OG story of the game. So I really like the idea that the main idea that's floating around of do like a thing that follows Anderson, of like the First Contact War, like that I feel like could bring in new fans, and is literally off the map of player choice because it's just something that hasn't been established yet. So I'd love something like that. But at the same time, I think I would enjoy it more if it did follow Shepard. Yeah. And I think you were thinking along the same lines, right?
Yeah, I'm nervous about the TV show, to be totally honest. Just with how many bad adaptations we keep getting. Like I think back and I'm like, Fallout, The Last of Us. What other good Arcane, Edge Runners.
Oh, Arcane, man.
Those are like the good adaptations that that I feel are really successful, but like I can name far too many that were bad.
Yeah.
So
like the good ones you can count on one hand.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think there's a lot of room for error. So I hope they don't fuck it up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess off of that, but the fact that it is going to be the Fast and the Furious 9 writer probably means that it's confirmed live action and not animated.
I think it is. Yeah, because the leak from 2021 said it was live action. And yeah,
there you go.
Mr. Hulthan, Avi Arad, I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I don't know. I think it, it takes so many people to like make one thing, but when you see someone that you're like, that is a person attached to a project who will have a big impact, and I don't know if I like their previous work. It does make me concerned. I wish that they could have gotten the people who made The Expanse. Have you seen The Expanse?
I have watched like 5 or 6 episodes into The Expanse.
Oh my God, I love
it
The
is
Expanse.
Good. Yeah, it is good. I think if they got The Expanse people though, that it might have been too like so many Mass Effect fans watch The Expanse, and it might have like
I think it would have been good
entire vibe.
Because they know how to do sci-fi and they know how to do suspense. And I think that sci-fi in itself feels like a very, I don't want to say niche genre, but I do think that I expect something different out of sci-fi movies versus like action movies, and I hope that that can be captured.
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure. Because the one thing I'm worried about the Fast and Furious announcement is like, oh, that's not really sci-fi.
The Fast and Furious is very generic. It's just a generic action film. Like there's the character arcs not there. The depth that Mass Effect needs and has, I don't think are in the Fast and Furious movies. So that. I mean, did they say who's writing the show? I don't think I saw that.
No, it just said Fast and Furious 9 writer. Again, not confirmed. It's just what Variety reported. But yeah, I don't know. I would need to look it all up after because I
Yeah,
have
I'll
no
have to.
clue
I'll
who
have to
this
look it
is.
up.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
The other stuff that this dude has worked on does not give me good vibes. So hopefully they can prove us wrong, and hopefully we do get another really good adaptation. But
please,
expectations are in hell at this point with how bad adaptations have been. So
yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh well. Alrighty. Well, regardless, thank you so much for hopping on, and hopefully next time we can chat about something a lot more,
something tangible,
than just what we got. Something tangible.
Yeah.
So
right,
even
thanks.
if it's just one concept art piece.
All right. Well, thank you for chatting.
Yes, definitely. Anytime. Have a good one.
You too.
Be in 7 day, everybody.
All right, guys. Well, unfortunately, I really think that's it for today. I don't think Gamble doesn't. Usually on N7 day, Gamble is around more, kind of interacting more. So I think he's done. I don't think that he is going to reveal anything else. I think it's already past noon. They would have done something by now, unfortunately. So I am bummed. I'm disappointed. I was just hoping for something for Mass Effect 5. And I hope that the next few years of N7 Day are not this quiet. Wait, did he tweet? No. Fuck, okay. I got a Mass Effect tweet notification, but it was just artwork. Damn it. So yeah, unfortunately, this is it. That there was, for anyone who missed it, there is the new N7 trench coat in Veilguard and the confirmation of the Mass Effect TV show, and that is it. So yeah, that's all we got. But thank you guys so much for joining. It's been really fun to stream. I haven't been able to stream in a while. And I did get dizzy during stream, but I feel somewhat okay. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching. And I will talk to you guys later. I should go. Bye, guys. Thank you. See you next time.